the button to push it high.
What the drop every
Woo! Merry,
Probably later
merry,
this goes
merry, happy holiday housewarming to all
goes
from the MLPTG gang.
Probably near New Year's, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to episode 14 of this here. Oh yes, I'll get your token on there. On this here.
Right there.
Hey, hang on, I got you.
Quit your fussing. We just started. Is this
Uh,
what it's going to be like all night with you?
yes.
Darn.
you're right up here. Whoosh. Anyways, welcome to episode 14 of MLPTG The Bannermanes. Woohoo! We have our wonderful cast tonight. What will happen today's session? Well, that's for me to know and you to find out. These guys were fidget spinning on various things. Continue.
Oh.
Yes, we have been
Runs the barkeep
conversing
now.
amongst ourselves at this bar what we should be doing with tight lips. Moonplanter was recanting the tale of how we managed to get into the prison, interrogate all three of the thugs that we had arrested in Westray. We discovered that they all work for a pimp named Buckback. You say the whole thing. A pimp named Buckback had placed the first two under a geese, and so it seemed like they were cooperating under extenuating circumstances. With Tight Lips, however, he knows a pimp named Buckback personally, and thanks to our new compatriots, whose name I'm not going to forget because we're recording, and thanks to Shabaka, our psychic,
So,
we were able to delve into their minds and share memories. We now know exactly what a pimp named Buckback looks like. He is an earth pony who wears a very bright, vibrant white hat with a pink plume feather sticking out of it and walks with a cane. And now that we have this information, we need to decide what we're going to be doing with Tight Lips because he is no doubt a dead man walking. A pimp named Buckback is not a stallion you want to buck with. So he's essentially going to die. Now we could allow that to happen and potentially track down whoever is sent to kill him that will lead us back to Buckback, or we could help out our good Samaritan who did eventually volunteer to give us the information and try to put him in a safe place where he'll be far away from society and hopefully never found. And that is where we are around the bar today.
Yes. Cher agrees with a much more lenient sentence for the first two. It seems like they all got a little bit over themselves. We saw from the memories the one guy was just trying to feed his family. He didn't necessarily want to hurt anyone. It's really just a plight of the people of just not being able to feed everyone. So they should definitely have lenient sentences. However, Tight Lips was a willing participant and should receive probably the most stringent of our sentences. I'm not sure if I'm fully comfortable with using him as bait unless we keep him alive, but we're going to have to then interrogate the person who comes to assassinate him, if there is one.
I do have one question. Why is that our problem?
Which one?
The pimp named because he was attacking one of our other towns. One of the towns. He's been sending people to harass and steal money from towns, pillaging them, etc., extorting the society.
They are in jail now. They have been dealt with.
No,
Don't
just his
need to
cronies.
care about what's happening now.
no.
No, only his cronies are some of his cronies.
No, I
Well,
can explain.
No,
Bird, the reason why it's important is because we have been given a directive by Dr. Andon to deal with this threat because it is a direct threat to the people. And as Bannermanes, we need to have a certain mindset of defending the people. What we're trying to do is figure out how can we get to Buckback because we know what he looks like, we know what he sounds like, how he dresses, but we don't know where he is. I was discussing how can we use our prisoners to our advantage to locate Buckback.
Yeah. Also, Andom himself did mention that saving these people was far more important than getting the Aether Stone.
Hello?
yes, but maybe there is more effective ways than torturing those poor people on how to find the guy we're trying to find.
No,
We
no, no.
have his name and
I did burger Tiana so she can
Well,
give it to you.
to be fair, we already tortured
You see, yeah.
severely.
Yeah.
I know.
But this is for we might have to torture the assassin to get him or her to give up the information. That's
Seems
true.
like an unnecessarily complex chain of information. We have a location and we have a name.
And
We don't have.
We have a general location of he's on a ship somewhere.
No, we know he's near the desert, up near fucking that one
We
place.
don't know that. They just
No,
said before they were blindfolded they were in the desert. They could have been transported somewhere.
And they said it
Vastly
was
different.
days. One of them
Yeah.
said it was days.
Yeah, the first place they were sent to was Bleakburn.
Yeah, that was
I
their
mean,
first,
that would still
thing
place them
coming
like
back.
around Stratham if it was days.
Okay, here's an option. We could easily go back to the jail and see if Ty Lips is willing to volunteer himself to more share memories. We could likely pinpoint his base of operations if Ty Lips is buddy-buddy with a pimp named Buckback.
And we use the threat of castration if he refuses.
there was one mistake.
I'm not saying we have to commit to it though.
Hold
I
on.
don't know.
His
It's
first
so
job
hard
was
to.
in Blackburn, but that's not where we got him at all.
Wait, what's that, Paolo?
Well,
The
they
first part?
mentioned the town south of Bleakburn. Yeah.
That's not
They were being sent to Bleakburn, but Ty Lips mentioned that they could work around Bleakburn first. Because this was the first mission the other two had ever been sent on. So he didn't want to take a couple of greenhorns into a large city like this.
Yeah. I don't think we
do
have enough
one-
information to just go somewhere. I think we'd be shooting in the dark.
We'll have an advantage here. Just waiting for them to come back. We could let them come back and follow them.
Wait, can somebody put a mark on him and just turn him loose?
Oh wait, do I think I have arcane mark because I got
Marks
it for
don't
sexual
last
reasons.
forever on and people. Although you
But
can
I
put it on
mean,
something he owns.
We'll try convincing them to cooperate with us.
And just lead us back, but they don't know where he is.
What were they going to do after fucking up with Blackburn? Would they
I'm-
just take him for forever?
I would assume that he would send someone else to collect maybe the money from them. And then he'd probably have a series of people that would get the money to him personally. We could ask, I guess.
Look, Closed Lips was a very, very important person to that guy. He surely trusts him with what to do afterwards.
I guess we can see.
I mean, we could win
I
until
can see, I do
morning.
have a couple of people.
Oh,
Yeah, I
GM,
can-
please give our.
Also,
Hmm?
why is it all our tokens are gone? And it
No.
says just dark.
We're all
Right
here.
here.
Should I
Oh.
be able to see the tokens?
You're there. Bird's
Okay, I'm
there.
gonna refresh.
Also, Bird,
Yeah.
we haven't.
See,
I don't think we've learned your name yet. I didn't hear you speak at all yesterday. You were just there.
Oh, well, this is his old character, yeah, and he said, did he give us
Stop
a name?
breaking the immersion. Jeez, I'm saying this in
I-
character.
You have to put the slash
Wait.
slash before
my
you
name
speak.
was earlier. I'm still trying to figure out a new one because now I'm a new bird.
So you're
Well,
not the
it's nice
same.
to have you back, Stinky Rise. Hopefully you don't
Yes,
need
I
duel
will
anymore
do.
tavern keeps.
And lose, at least.
I mean, can we come up with a name for you until you tell us your actual name?
Bar
Like
mate.
Clarence. Everyone,
If you
this,
call me bird, don't come up with one.
no, we'll call you Clarence. Everyone, this is Clarence. Say hi, Clarence.
Hi, Clarence.
Welcome to the Bannermanes, Clarence.
Clarence was already with
Look,
us.
nice to meet you.
Clarence is older in the Bannermanes than, at least with our sect, than you.
I understand that, but this is the
We
first
just
time.
left him after he got his ass kicked by a barkeep. I mean, that's kind of...
Still,
You know what?
Rediscover.
We all have embarrassing starts. I remember my first few days with this particular group. I apparently pissed off our former bard so much that she turned me bald. I'm just now starting to regrow my fur. I don't think you would have liked her. She was
Don't
an ass.
know why. But every time you people went up to talk with Dr. Emblem and you left, he would come downstairs and apparently he had a worse headache each time.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
He aged, I think every time you people talked to him, he aged 2 years. It was very funny.
Well, the most important thing we do is we deliver results. And we've gotten some good information. We know exactly who the boss of these criminals are. We need to find out where he is. Most likely, Tight Lips has that information. We could attempt to interrogate him again, but we should let him rest for the night and go back with him with a much softer approach. He is much more likely to cooperate if we do.
And if that doesn't work, castration.
I don't think it'd be as hard to work with as it was before. I mean, he already gave us some of the info already, so
He should know he's a dead man,
Yeah.
right? He
Sure.
might as well give up
he may
the
well.
rest in the attempt to get some protection from us.
He is our prisoner. We will do our job and not let him die for nothing.
And
Well,
well,
if we can, we should try to make sure he doesn't die at all. I mean, he is our prisoner. We are responsible for him.
He's
We
still
are-
valuable, so
he could be
He got a lot of
very
information.
valuable, especially if he knows the inner workings. Maybe he even knows where he keeps money stashes or something like that.
and maybe you know about the dragon too. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we only caught glimpses of that. We don't even know how Heat Fang is relevant to all of this.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Here's
Let's,
here's my suggestion. We should let him rest for the night and get some sleep. Or maybe he won't sleep. It doesn't matter. We go back in the morning and we offer him a chance of solitude in a temple far, far away from here. This will, of course, have to be cleared with the captain, so I suggest we speak with him tonight, let him know of our plan, and if the captain agrees, we'll have a very tempting offer for Tight Lips, and I'm pretty sure he'll cooperate.
We need good cop for that.
we
since
might want to
already
have
a
a
bad one.
One at a
Right.
time, please. Bird.
We already have a bad cop, so let's have a good cop now.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Who would you recommend as a
A
good cop?
good cop.
Who's gonna be the good cop?
I'm gonna look around.
Me, good cop.
I can still see his blood on your lower lip. Wipe your face.
Definitely see Grot being a very good cop.
I
Sound
mean,
like
you're
beast.
you're the kind of cop that gets results for sure, so you're good in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But in interrogation techniques, no.
You
All
look
right.
nice, according to the cat.
Shabaka?
Tangent?
Yeah.
Oh, me? Oh,
No.
You.
Yeah, you look nice.
oh, thank you very much. You know, I make sure I look for the best for the customers. You know, otherwise I'm gonna make my money.
Not only that,
you
but
sound
you,
like a whore. Just saying. Jared
Yes,
says.
you do.
Well, it's
regardless,
settled.
you likely left a very gentle impression on Tight Lips because you were, oh, it's daytime now. Did we talk about this all night? It's morning
I
already.
guess we
I
did.
guess we did.
Oh, is it
Wow.
daytime now?
And I still
Yeah.
haven't spoken.
Okay.
I didn't even change that. That's really funny. I think that might have been one of my modules.
Does that count as a long?
No,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't sleep at all. You know what?
Well, I mean, fidget spinning is very low energy.
That's
Yeah.
true. One of us probably fell asleep on the counter.
Dave Spring lightly snores.
Trolls just pulling underneath her face.
Jared does not snore. Jared sleeps
Okay.
silently.
All right.
And
Well,
peacefully.
since it's first thing in the morning, we can likely leave a short written letter for Dr. Amden that he can pick up with his coffee. And he looks to the bartender. Would you hand him that with his morning coffee to let him know?
Oh,
I certainly hope so.
wait, what?
Moonplanter looks to the bartender
Oh.
and asks if she will give a note to Dr. Amden when he comes down for his coffee.
He will lean over, have taken a little note from you and say, "No problem, sugar," and then
Thank
march
you.
off to the kitchen.
That's not a very Japanese accent.
Oh no, he was.
Fucking corrects the gender that makes it as
Well,
feminine as possible.
No. He was
You
mocking.
forget Jap is a Westadu.
I
Al-
mean, look.
you're
if-
right.
Also, it was slightly. He was slightly mocking Moon Planner with the calling him, her kind of thing. So he's acting like a sassy black lady now.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just going to assume that his parents were Japanese and he was born in Brooklyn, New York. Anyway,
What does the note say?
the note will simply say that we have gone to make an offer of transfer on behalf of Tight Lips with the captain of the guard. We will return once we have news.
Fantastic. I will keep that in mind.
All right.
Do you not have vision? Why don't you have
Sure.
vision?
Healing.
Hang on.
Sure, can you see now?
I should have.
Oh yeah, I can see.
Try refreshing. That seemed to work for Cher.
Paolo is the owner. I need to
I
put
like
your.
that you're calling me in game like Paolo just went blind. Cher was blind momentarily.
There you go. Let me just make sure your prototype token has the correct vision. I know. Hang on. I'm getting you.
You're also not signed in.
Yeah. I don't see you signed in.
Oh, remember, he's on the original account.
Well, yeah. I was checking the permissions just to make sure he still had his thing. Pallet's name is still the owner of Early Rise. I
Someone
did.
just lit up.
I also
someone
just
lit up
I also
the
just
offer.
dragged on a brand new token from there where the prototype token is set on your permissions, so you should have access to that.
He should have access, but he does not have any feat of vision, I think.
Oop.
Yeah, I cannot say shit.
Did you?
Just play blind.
Yeah, push F5 because we still don't see you logged in.
I see him.
No, I see him.
Oh yeah, he's there. Never mind. Huh.
I'm refreshing again.
Maybe
Where's
delete
the
his
author
token
for
and
making
replace
such
it.
I just did. That's what I did.
Oops.
Do it again.
No, you. Hang on, I'm checking stuff.
Hey, it's the same thing again. Not anything.
Gotta get all my bad rolls out of the way.
Yeah. Stress and RNGs this year.
Yeah.
mlptg and I can fix that for you.
Oh my god.
And
No,
I
you're-
promise I won't delete anyone while I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
easy now.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, let's.
Alright,
If
he
you
can
leave
see you.
yourself on a good roll, then it's probably you're gonna get another good roll afterwards.
Is that like talk from experience or what?
Yeah,
Hmm.
from gambling. I also never turned a profit. I lost money, so you know I'm good.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't know what it's like until you lose 5 figures in CS:GO skins.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was Cher speaking
make
to
it
Shabaka. I was like, what is Cher talking about?
I don't know what it's like until you gamble away all your fucking money on blackjack and you lose it all continuously. You just keep fucking playing. Do you think I drink this much for fun?
Hey, at least you ain't like into Team Fortress where you lose value on your items all of a sudden just because like there's three copies. Be fucking insane.
Cher does not know what a Team Fortress is, but it sounds dumb and full of hackers.
Then you place it. Then you play CS:GO. Wow. Okay.
Yes. And you should see us go to the polls to change the reform and for voting rights.
And you should go to Team Fortress 2 and make them actually update the damn game.
Cher still does not know what a Team Fortress 2 is.
Look it up. You commie. You have no culture.
Cher does not have a library card. How does she look it up?
A
Use your
library
magic?
card.
I don't know.
Use
Oh.
a what?
Use your magic.
Cher does not know a spell to look it up. Is it an arcane thing?
Yes, I may be.
Cher
You're
will
lame.
know.
You're lame with it. You're lame.
Cher will use her, Okay, my knowledge arcane, DM,
To do what?
to learn what a Team Fortress 2 is.
Ah,
Nice.
you are not sure.
Oh well.
I rolled a 21 and I'm still not sure.
You could roll a 99 and you still would not be sure, fam.
Is
I
that
don't know.
non-existent? Oh my goodness.
Don't know
This
what the
strange-
Fortress show is.
This world has no culture. Oh my
This
goodness. You not know
strange,
it's a fortress.
useless pony keeps babbling on about the team in the fortress.
So I think I can see too much. I can see everything.
The bartend comes back already with a broom and a small water bottle in hand. He's already going to where he probably knows where Grot is, and lo and behold, hey, get back! Back over the counter with you, spritz, spritz.
I gotta do.
Grot takes the piece of bread she pilfers and scrambles back over the counter.
And after you take your bread and scramble away, he looks towards you, Moonplanter. It's a silver for the bread.
I
That's
didn't eat the bread.
expensive bread.
You're her keeper.
You are her.
I am the
keeper.
I am the giver of chicken. I'm no one's keeper.
Mm.
Man, 1 silver for bread
He
is
looks
really
over.
expensive.
I'll forgive this
Yeah,
one
that's
discretion, oh giver of chicken, but if it happens again, I'm charging you and putting it on your tab.
Oh, speaking of which, I need more chicken.
Oh wait, before we go out,
I have one right here.
I'd like to use my class feature of emotional bond
With whom?
with. Well, let me see. Maybe with the. I think I only use like with 4 of y'all max, so.
Actually, with price.
Thank you,
Sounds like
but
a
I think I
sex
set it
thing.
up.
Cher's not sure if she's interested in someone so
Oh
brown.
come on, it ain't too hard. Hey, it ain't too hard, you know. Just grab on and yank it, you know. But don't be too rough.
Cher's not gonna yank anything on you.
And the bartender looks over at you, Cher, and raises an eyebrow.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, I guess share your bond. Cher's not going to accept, so I guess you can't use her powers because your powers don't work unless the person
Oh.
accepts, apparently.
That's
Hold on,
only
hold
with
on.
shared memory. And how about you? In fact, you should be glad I have shared memory because guess what? As Sharon's name, and not only is your name Cher, but also you're a commie, so you should be
You
appreciated.
understand Cher is spelled with a C. I know you get
It's
around
gonna
it.
share,
You
Cher.
have the best education.
Gotta
Oh
share.
come
But
on.
is it- I-
You gotta share. You gotta
Boy, still
care.
commie,
My
so.
name is French. It's not even. It's not even that. England.
Dayspring starts singing, and then suddenly, you gotta share, you gotta care.
Involuntary dancing, no.
Everybody, what's going on?
Spontaneous dance numbers.
This is.
It's the
this
right
is an
thing
evil
to
bard.
do.
Moonplanter shakes it off. He's like, ugh, ugh. I hate it when that happens. All right, first of all, Grot. Hey, you, shake it off. Just stop it down there. Grot. You can't just eat food and not pay for it. Okay? If you eat food through here, you have to pay for it. So pay him for the bread.
Hey,
He let it go.
Yeah, you were given platinum pieces. Pull out a platinum piece to, cover the expenses of everything else you've eaten thus far.
Whoa, platinum is really high.
I tell you what, whatever Grot has destroyed so far, just let her give you a platinum piece, and if
Oh
there's
my
left
God.
over, make it credit so she can eat whatever she wants, and then just let me know again in the future if she's past due for her tab, and I'll make sure she gives you more.
Works for me. He looks over to.
Right.
A lot.
It's a
Grot
single platinum.
scrunches her
You've got
snoot
several.
and pins her ears at the bartender, holding her bread close.
I'm not gonna take your bread.
All right, Grot, you need to give him one of the shinies, one of the really, really bright silver shinies.
My shiny.
It's your shiny, but it's his food. This is part of pony society. If you want something from ponies, you have to give back to ponies.
In
And
the
one of the
form
things
of
we-
labor.
That's Society don't have
It's the basic supply and demand, you know? It's capitalism. And it,
Capitalism
Grudge
Oh,
just looks
evil.
really confused.
When you look away
well,
from food, then it's goblin food.
No, it's still his food. You have to pay for it. Look, here, I'll make it easy for you. Moonplanter goes into his pouch and he pulls out a platinum piece and he holds it up with the thumb on his left wing. Just give him one of these and it'll be square. And you won't have to pay him for a long time because food does not cost that much.
Barkeep nods.
Wait, can Cher moves over there? Can Cher move to steal the platinum piece from Moonplanter?
Not in plain
You are-
sight.
You are certainly welcome to try. No. Like, you are certainly welcome to try.
Get a care.
It's not very confidence inducing. It sounds like you're gonna do something mean to Cher.
I am, because you're trying to steal a very expensive coin from him.
Cher's not going to do anything with it.
You're going to take it out of my thumb. That's bad enough.
Okay, so Grat is going to give him a platinum piece, but she's going to give him the least shiny. In fact, it looks like it was chewed on and left in the dirt at some point.
Hey, platinum is platinum. You're gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah. He looks at the piece as he kind of set it on the counter there, and he kind of like takes a small rag and he uses that to grab a hold of the coin, and he goes, "Yep, that'll do it." And he puts it in a little box. He goes over to some tabs. He marks down the green thing on one platinum.
Green thing?
So
There you go, Grot. And by the time you have to pay him again, you'll have earned a lot more platinum pieces. So no worries.
That's a lot of money. Isn't platinum our highest currency?
it's one platinum is 10 gold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit, I thought it was like 100 gold or something, or 1,000.
10 platinum is.
I keep on thinking you operate in millis, and it was like 1,000 gold.
Nah,
Honestly.
everything goes in sections of 10.
Dayspring, what kind of sacred geometry are you doing here?
What the fuck is going on?
I think that ought to be part of her Rings
Look at
power.
her go.
War bus training.
We...
Warboss training? Sure.
Maybe they won't get knocked out in round 1 like fucking Nate Gibbons, and then.
Alright. Well, anyway,
Not even round one,
Oh
but
my
whatever.
god.
we've squared the house. Also, I need chicken. How much chicken can I buy from you today?
You cleaned me out yesterday, remember?
You don't have any chicken?
Wait, you guys waited a week, right?
Yeah.
No,
we-
this is the
That's a
next
week.
day.
Yeah, this is after the week break. After Cher had her Gobbo gangbang, after we did the food drive.
That
Oh, we
never
skipped all that?
One of those things happened.
Yeah, the Gobbo gangbang.
no, the
I
food.
have
I'm pretty
footage
sure.
Okay.
that you
Alright,
said
alright,
it
fine.
happened.
If
Where's
it's
the
been a week,
receipts?
then I guess.
I haven't.
Oh yeah.
If it's been a week, then he'll have chicken. If not, then
Yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah,
We
man.
waited a
Okay.
week.
okay.
I don't know how long it takes for prisoner transfers to get confirmed. Hopefully, the prisoner hasn't been moved.
No, I've been listening to what you guys have been saying.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think it's been. Yeah, they haven't been moved yet.
All right. So it's been a
The
week.
airship
We
is
did our
also
food
fixed,
drive.
by the way. Keep that in mind.
Okay. So, Meanly, one thing Moonplanter would have done is he would have gotten very involved with Tangent. He would have communicated with the Lunar Temple and tried to get all the 5 of the temples involved in feeding the poor. Moonplanter would have gotten the largest pot that he could find, and he would have cooked the food for all the people for the food drive. And we would have tried to have gotten community service for the prisoners so they could help serve that food and serve the poor.
There are only a couple temples in Bleakburn, but you would be able to manage to get them all to participate in some way, shape, or form.
Wait a moment. Is Moonplanter doing a good act?
Yes.
Yeah, it is shocking.
That's crazy.
I enjoy cooking, and Tangent wanted to feed the poor, so naturally I wanted to put my talents to good use. Why is that shocking?
Cher was there in spirit while she was bonding with the Gobbo, so further our racist connection.
Like early birds bonding with Sure.
I think this is how AIDS got started, but okay.
I'm sorry. Did you note I think the early bird is a very racist expression? Please refrain from saying that again.
Early
Oh,
ride.
yeah.
My bad. But ain't that a compliment?
No, it's not.
That's like saying you're Asian. Aren't you good at math?
Yeah.
The fast nig gets the watermelon. Like I don't know.
Oh, God.
That's pretty much what you're saying to this bird right here.
The amount
Or
of
they say
jokes about
Big
me
Mac.
getting a C in Chinese when they knew I was Asian. Oh, that was horrible in school.
All right.
Really?
Anyway, back on task. So yeah, Moon Planter would have helped to feed the poor. Hopefully, it went very well, and a lot of hungry people got fed.
Yeah. And you even got a
Grot's
plus.
been stealing food. And
You even got a
causing-
plus.
getting-
Sorry.
Grot's been stealing food the whole week and giving people headaches.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
You know what? Moon Planter would put a big bowl out for Grot just so she doesn't dive into the pot and get drowned.
Drowned in a
Be
sea
the grot
of
food
soup.
drive.
I will note, Grot, that it's clear that most of the food comes from the back kitchen, which the barkeep has cleverly placed many locks on.
Except for that one window. Oddly enough, it's not locked. He keeps it open for a nice breeze.
I don't
Very
think
strange.
that's true.
Probably not.
Probably
Alright,
true.
so did we have a
Alright, so should
successful
we-
food drive?
Yes, it was very successful, and you even got a +1 from Amden on such things, who actually tuned along to help you guys.
No, we have
Wonderful.
to roleplay that. We have to roleplay that. But that's crazy.
Yeah,
No,
what's
it's
it like
fine.
to
I
see
can
Amden
hand
in a
wave that he helped us.
No, I need to see how he helped us. I never saw him being nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we did that while you weren't here, Bird.
No,
You
you
missed.
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah,
You
we
were
did.
distracted.
It was a great experience. I think you would have enjoyed it if you were here, but unfortunately we have to move on now. Sorry.
Cher wasn't here,
Yeah,
but she was
unfortunate.
there in spirit.
Dayspring was there.
Yeah.
The
I'll tell you
spirit
what-
of the workers' people.
I tell you what, though, we will make sure that you are at the next food drive. You can fold napkins for the poor.
Why don't we just give them jobs?
Yeah, I agree.
Why don't
Give
we
them
just
some
let them
jobs.
eat cake?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, why do they not
Why-
get work?
Why they
You
get
know-
the bag? Like,
Yeah.
get them in the freaking.
Why don't we just
Give them a
move them to,
job.
why don't we just put them on a boat and move them to Stratham?
Yeah.
What's that?
Let's just put them somewhere else.
Yeah, just move them.
Yeah.
You know, they're dirty. They're dirty hobos anyway.
What if we give them a job where they fight for our entertainment and the winner gets to eat that day?
I mean, yeah, you know,
idea.
maybe we could get one of those 20-piece chicken tender buckets from KFC and go out to a couple of homeless people and say, hey, start fighting each other. Whoever wins gets the chicken. And then we could post
Gonna
that.
start bum fights in the fucking.
No, that's a terrible idea. Some of that prison is going to band up and hunt us down like dogs one of these days. I mean, one can only hope, Grod. One can hope.
I agree.
Yeah. We
Alright.
can all read Gobbo now, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that was supposed to be out of character in common anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was able to read it, because I don't speak Goblin.
No one why
Alright.
else.
It has the green globe next to it.
Well, it does that even when you use a normal language.
Anyway, yeah, the food drive went great. That is excellent news. Tangent will be happy when she finds out. I think we should go speak to the guard captain right now and see if we can negotiate a transfer under the conditions we get the information we need from Tight Lips.
Alright.
Yeah.
Why not hire them to do the food drive for us? That will be a fair job for them, and they can stop being criminals.
And
Mm.
I
just for the sake of, since you guys asked, by the way, Amden did help. He did help. He was he is the high priest of like the author's temple here. If you're getting all the temples, which is why he's helping along. He actually did help with some of the cooking.
Nice.
Did he legitimately cook, or was he doing create food?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not an answer.
Wait, what do you mean yes?
I
He
take
did
that as
Was it
both.
both. Yeah, like.
Oh, okay.
I guess as long as people get fed.
Now,
Also, by the way, Memely, until further notice, Cher is using youthful appearance in disguise self. She is
You know it has a duration,
a
right?
left. Actually, it seems to last pretty long.
Disguise self lasts 10 minutes per level, and you're level 6. It'll last you an hour at most. Not all
Yeah,
day.
that's fine.
Okay. But, like, if you want to do that at the beginning of the day, you're welcome to, I guess.
Well, before we leave for places, so she is using it before we leave for the guards.
Okay.
Oh yeah, before we leave, we should do the we have to do the emotional bond so that way I can like actually use my powers to their.
Is this something you have to do? We have to bond with you?
No, but I like to use it because it lasts for like a whole day. It only takes like 10 minutes, like in game.
Alright.
I mean,
But I swear to God, if you touch Cher's ass, she will fucking gouge you.
who hasn't touched it?
You hear no, you say that and you hear some snickerings from the upper banister on the second floor from some of the other Bannermanes.
I'll tell you what, 11 gobos touched it, that is true.
Mm-hmm. Got passed around.
Why are you behind the bar?
Cher is in her natural habitat.
And the bartender turns around. I'm not having two fuckers behind this bar, and he starts shooing you away. Like he's spritzing you, Cher. He's spritzing, and he has this broom still. He's just pushing you. He's like, go.
Oh no, Cher, you're taking a bath. It's involuntary bathing.
Cher.
Oh,
Oh no, he's washing the stank out.
Cher takes baths pretty
Your
regularly.
Shanka smells better now.
You hear the bar.
Gobbo baths.
Are you moving or are you just staying there?
She moved.
Look!
He moved.
Oh, okay. My client's being slow again. I don't know why. It's only slow when we start games. Like, I'm wondering if it's an internet thing. I have to check that.
Get a Cher. You got a
Also, youthful appearance lasts for all day.
I can
for
only
Cher's
bond.
level.
I can only bond like 3 people. I mean, three.
All light
Three creatures.
until evening at least.
I can
Hey,
only bond with
Spring,
3
we'll
creatures.
take
Like
your
6 hours.
friendly bond.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Friendly bond. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so who will be the other 2 participants?
Alright, we'll be your purchase. How many do you need?
What are the
Three
benefits of
strings.
being your friend?
He can give you a bonus on your saves.
I like that.
Okay.
I'll be your friend.
And he
take
also has an active status spell on anyone he has a bond with.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know where
I
we are?
keep reads on it. I keep reads on you.
That
let's
tells
see.
us how we're doing. Tells him how we're doing.
And how you feeling.
Basically.
I can read your emotions.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I can't take
Okay,
that
I'll make
offer
a
because
personal
goblins
note.
don't know what friends are.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That's cool.
Checks out.
You know.
Also, I feel like I feel like Grot having more voices in her head is not a good idea.
Oh yeah. By the way, I
Yeah.
can tell if
Oh
y'all
yeah,
are.
she'd piss herself like.
She already gets those occasionally from Dr. Amden whenever he gets like a big news announcement.
Oh, I can tell. Okay, with the people I'm bonded with, I can tell that if y'all are unconscious or not. So y'all can like I keep tabs on your health.
That's a little creepy.
Well, since we're
He
5th
can
level,
tell
it's
when we're
actually
sleeping?
He also knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good.
I'm
Yeah,
Santa
you-
Claus in disguise.
Cher's going to make sure she locks her room twice at night.
Well,
With
he's
this one.
she's locking her doors and she's checking it twice.
Cher will sleep with her sicko from now on.
You don't have to
Not
overreact.
trust this one.
It's you can only do what's
You've been
consent
making
though.
passes. You've
It's
been
like the
making
memory.
passes at Cher all this time, and now you want to know when she's sleeping.
I think that's all in your head. I never said to direct it to you. I said this to everybody whoever wants.
Yeah, but the other passes are.
She's really fucking out here.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Yeah.
You're tripping.
Cher doesn't fuck coworkers, and especially not brown ones.
Yeah, I don't fuck Tommy, so I guess we're good on that.
all right, we're not fucking each other. Let's be on our way.
Yeah, let's go.
Wait,
Wait, does he
Guy
have
did
to
most of the
actively
right?
do the ritual, or?
For like
Okay.
10 minutes.
It takes
Alright.
10 minutes, yeah.
But you can just speed it up.
All right,
So
we
who's
wait
gonna-
10 minutes while you do your weird
Oh, I can't-
creeper stalker pervert ritual.
I'm gonna do like three creatures though. So
All right, share
Yeah.
volunteers, I guess.
day spring,
For the
sure.
bonuses.
So who else?
Moon Planter.
All right, you three. All right. I'm gonna set it up. I I center myself and I proceed to do the emotional bond feat.
All right. How do you
Okay.
how do you set up doing that?
I don't know. I just say it and then it just does it, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
You
use
could
I'm
make
just
up
gonna-
some
the
ritual,
icon.
Yeah,
too.
I'm just gonna do center and then I'm gonna freaking raise my hands up and I touch each one of you.
Where?
On your heads, on your foreheads. Like, do you
Yeah,
did
you
four.
Yeah.
Why
Cher
you-
wants you to touch her horn.
Yeah.
No,
There are more places
There
for
will
one.
fucking bite your hoof.
Fucking.
Alright.
So what does that let you do? Just curious.
it gives him.
Let him
Yeah.
explain his skill.
Let me create a link between the people I'm connecting with the maximum is the modifier of my charisma. It allowed me to keep tabs on their emotions, keep tabs on whether or not they're unconscious or not, and on like a higher at like 4th level, which is where I am right now, I gain benefits of status spells. So like, I gain benefits of seeing what the status of their of themselves.
So you get emotions, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emotions and status.
I wanna.
Whether poison or.
I wanna point out that the emotion you're getting from Cher is incredibly horny.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I can feel it.
No, you're
Cher is-
passively horny all the time.
Cher has no interest in him or Moon Planter.
Way too
Also,
strong.
what's your
No,
charisma bonus, Scotland?
Well, Cher will
Um,
fuck Day
it's,
Spring,
3.
only
It's +3.
3. Okay.
for
A
which
plus
is why
3
he can only
to
have 3 of us.
a +3 to what, sir?
Oh,
His charisma modifier is +3.
Well, what is that? How does that modify us? What does it do for us?
It only lets me connect with the maximum of my modifier, so I can only connect with like 3 people right now.
I guess
But
he's saying
do
what is
we
the benefit
gain-
we get again?
Oh,
Yeah, do we get benefit from it?
Oh, my bad. Let's see. Y'all benefits is
Emotional
that
push.
emotional push. Let's see. Let me see if any other things.
If you can click the
I
spell
know we
speed
got
to read it, that'd be
pluses
helpful.
on our saves as well.
Yeah, if you click the roll on your sheet, it'll populate it here, and then folks can read it too.
Well, yeah, let's get emotional. It lets y'all have the ability of emotional push, where y'all can use either my modifier or y'all modifier, and to add on to like a save for like any save.
Any save. Okay.
It
How many
actually
times
adds
can
your
we do that?
modifier as a bonus.
Yeah, as a modifier bonus.
How many times can
Okay,
we do
so we
that?
can get the
I can do it twice per day. I believe.
Cool.
for all of us or twice in total.
I think that's
All together.
in total.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Can we
no
go?
problem. All right,
See?
we're good to go, I think.
All right.
Sharon
Let's
casts her
go.
spell.
Emotions are not for pussies.
All right, gather yourselves at the gates right here. So when I need to, if I need to, I could copy your tokens.
How many pieces of chicken did I buy?
You bought your normal 5.
5. All right. How much did that cost?
Alright, guys, let's go to the void.
And charge you. I mean, you come back a lot, so he'd only charge you like 2 silver for that.
Cool. Make notes. Adjust. And those 5 pieces of chicken get put into my bag. And we're on our way.
Are you blocking the door?
Quickly. The void.
Stop!
You just keep slamming the door in her face. That's paste.
Cher, do you not know how
Wait,
doors
can I
work?
move? There we
Yeah.
go.
Hey, Cher, close the door.
It's a literal barn. It's
Cher,
fine.
hey, no, get back here and close the door. We are not your mother.
I can't. I'm in the void, and my mom's dead.
Oh my gosh.
Probably. It's up in the air. At least
I
it was in an
closed the door
orphanage
for you.
and a slave.
You know what? I'm gonna get 5% of your paycheck because you did
No,
not
you
close the
won't.
door. That's
Ah.
my fine.
You can get 5% of fucking fucking Devontae over there's sexual harassment. That's what you can get.
Alright, we find ourselves here. So what are you guys doing?
Why you have a problem with me, huh?
I believe we were gonna go over here.
To the guard
Well,
station.
Gobbo,
Yes.
so you can't talk.
What?
What?
What? That's
got
a
that your ass
feisty
to Gobbo.
argument.
Yeah.
God.
Per
Alright, let's get to the fucking
I
guard.
can go there. I can go there.
per normal procedure, you guys show your badges. The guardsman takes the badges, looks at them, is like, let you in. He always has to check them regardless. It's kind of like getting ID to the gas station. And you guys are let in. Where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
What time of day is it? Yeah, we do need a captain, but what time of day is it?
Roughly around 9:10-ish a.m.
Good time in the morning. Most people have had their coffee by now.
Coffee's disgusting, Cher says.
Don't talk to me without my coffee, guys. I'm not me when I don't have my coffee.
Cher prefers green tea.
Green tea.
Coffee.
Coffee. Wheat tea.
Coffee, yeah.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Green tea.
That's such a cute animation. Even the original anime version is cute.
Oh, I prefer the original anime version.
No, the MLP
The funny
version.
version has that really forced OC in it. It kind of ruins it for me.
No, what ruins
Like,
it
she's
is
got,
the
like,
show.
huge, like, protagonists, like, bat wings and stuff, and...
It's fine, dude. It's fine. So anyway, we're at the front door.
Well, they let you in. I'm like wondering where you guys are taking it.
Okay.
Kind of your thing now.
bring the captain's quarters.
Alright, you go to the captain's quarters, and his door is shut, as usual.
That's why we
Knock,
knock.
knock, knock.
Aha, aha, okay. You knock, and a few moments later, same as before, he opens the door, closes it behind him, you hear a little latch turn. As he turns, and looks down at you, and he smiles. Back again,
Good morning, Captain. For timeless glory.
for timeless glory, and he gives you a little salute.
The reason we've returned is because we have a delicate matter we needed to discuss with you, probably best in private.
And he looks down, he spies the little green gobbo. He goes, give me just one moment. He turns the latch, he goes back inside, and about 30 seconds later, he opens the door. Come in, come in.
And upon entry, Moonplanter will scan around for any loose pieces of paper he may have missed.
You scan around. Yeah, you scan around. There is not a single loose leaf piece of paper in this room.
Very good.
And he gestures to a chair, or a couple chairs around the table, and he sits. He kind of waves his paw, and the door closes. Whoosh.
Moonplanter takes the leftmost chair.
You do so.
Is anyone else sitting with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right beside Moon Planter.
Moonplanter
crawls
goes
under
to
the
If
right
chair.
there
Okay,
probably
so
doesn't have that many seats.
I'm sorry,
I
Bird.
gauge by the number of voices over each other that everybody is scrambling for the last chair. And
The guard's eyebrows kind of go up. It's turning into a little family with you.
no.
Is there a table?
Sure.
Yeah, like this is like I'm assuming it's an indiscriminately long table that can fit all the players. Hurrah! Like,
Oh, is it? Well, Cher will still lay on the table
Yay.
like a fancy French girl.
Magical table
But he
Oh,
is
that's a
12.
table.
It's a big
of
house now.
infinite length.
I said it's
and the
It's
captain raises his eyebrow at you, Cher. I do hope you have not been indulging yourself before coming here. And he says, looking at you upon the table.
Cher is not legally allowed to drink. Can't you tell by her youthful appearance?
Oh yeah, you did have that going on, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's even got a gap in her teeth.
And-
Again, she looks like a regular old shot man drawing.
I mean, you look like you know how you know how that episode of like that episode of Pony when they like wish to be older and it's just like older Sweetie Belle Apple Bloom. It's kind of like that. Like you still look like a kid. You're just a normal size like adult.
Nope, I'm using both spells.
Yeah, I'm telling you how it looks, because I mean you can't change your size, like.
I can with the sky itself. You can change your size down to a foot smaller.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't change your size category. Like, you're still a medium-sized
Oh,
creature.
but it changes my size.
Yeah, but you're still a medium-sized creature.
I'm still a foot shorter than I was.
Uh-huh.
I think you should let the kids wait outside.
Yeah.
I'm starting to
Yeah,
think that's a
this
good
is an
idea.
adult discussion.
I was
I
thinking
can
they hate
that.
themselves.
And Sharon's comfortable where she is.
And the guard captain looks at you, Cher. Well, I am not.
Not my fault that Ian can't fucking read what a spell does.
Share, the gobbo is having better manners than you are right now.
Manners.
And Cher will take her seat.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. The guard once again resumes look over to Moonplanter, and who seems to have a level head about him in the situation.
So, Captain, the reason why we've come here is to discuss the conditional release of Tight Lips before he's shipped off to Criminal.
And he puts his paws together as if he is listening.
We have a plan. Tight Lips, in spite of his criminal history and his intent, has helped us discover who is the perpetrator behind all of these crimes, the pimp named Buckback. We have a vivid description thanks to Shabaka, but we don't know where he is. We need to delve into Tight Lips' mind once more. Since we roughed him up very badly last time, I think if we try a more gentle approach with an offer of his release, I think he'll be more likely to acquiesce our request. Our condition for his release is that he submits himself to a temple to become a monk and is shipped far, far away from here. There are two reasons for this. Number one is to remove him from society. It will be a prison of sorts, but it will be one of a much nicer condition. Number two, a pimp named Buckback likely has a criminal empire that has spread very far, even within this city. If he discovers Tight Lips' betrayal, which he possibly already has, he's a dead man. This will protect him and also protect society at large. If he agrees to let us delve into his mind so that we can discover the location of a pimp named Buckback, then we would like you to release him upon his agreement to join a temple as a monk to be shipped far away from here to an obscure site.
He thinks for a little bit, and after a moment, kind of twirls his one paw kind of around in a circle. Roll it back just a little bit there. Did you say you've roughed him up a little bit?
We interrogated him, yes.
He gives
Did
you.
not see his head and wings.
Yeah, there were kind of really bloody still
It was
wings
pretty
that were
obvious.
broken in multiple places.
Mm-hmm.
And the claw marks from in the
Well,
bite marks.
I want to point out that you guys did say you healed him with BCS's magic, and you did
Well,
before he came
BCS
out, which
No,
means
remember BCS didn't heal him all the way.
or tan.
He
Well, yeah, no.
got-
What that does though is close up wounds and things like that. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, okay.
He
But
had
it-
really mangled wings though.
Pretty sure you even point out we didn't fully heal him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we couldn't heal him all the way.
But that would still
Because of the
close his
damage.
wounds, though.
Yeah. It's like you were. What I'm saying is that you weren't leaking blood all the way out of the cell, like going back there.
Right, we made sure he wasn't going to die, but we did what was necessary to get the information we needed. He was very true to his name, as he possibly could.
And he takes a deep breath, he lets it out. I do not want this place to become a center for torturing people. I hope you know.
Of course.
And he continues on. As for your suggestion, I have no time for criminals. And quite frankly, I do not see why a future in Criminal Isle does not befit his crimes.
I'm not saying it. All right, Bird, if you have something to offer, go ahead.
Not a matter of we don't have something to offer to him. It's what he can offer to us. We could use him and do better for everyone.
Essentially, Captain, there are bigger fish to fry.
You can certainly give me a diplomacy check.
My diplomacy is garbage. Would somebody?
My diplomacy is pretty fucking good.
I can do diplomacy.
Yeah, if you're gonna do diplomacy though, I'm gonna need you to tell me what you're telling him before you roll.
Oh yeah, it would be really easy. So what I would say is simply, by offering him this, we can easily save far more lives by removing a much bigger criminal element. While yes, we're letting a criminal scumbag get off a little bit easy, he's still going to be in a perpetual hell. He's a guy used to complete freedom, doing whatever he wants, being tied down to a monastery. No mares, no alcohol, no fun, and complete, like, this isn't what he would enjoy, but it is something better than being in prison. It's good, but it's not great. We still get to save lives by doing it.
And not only that, but it will be removing him from society at large. So he will not be around to even attempt to commit any more crimes. He will be under the direct guidance and control of the monastery.
Real quick, do I get any modifiers from your thingy for my diplomacy?
You'd get a +2 if Moonplanter rolled to assist.
I will roll
okay.
to both share.
I meant from the.
Also doesn't need to be blind.
Bond's only for saves.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't add the extra +2, right? Sure.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be 17. He didn't roll above his 10 for assisting. And he considers for a little bit. And looks down the table here. So what you are telling me is that if we were to, sorry, let me rephrase that. What you are telling me is that if you were to do what you would do, it would have the same exact effect as if I had sent him to Criminal. Honestly, I do not see how these differ. It is removing the problem from society. It is stopping people from being killed, yes?
Yes.
It is all. Go ahead, sure.
No, I was just agreeing.
It would be a more cushy lifestyle.
Not necessarily, because the life of a monk is still hard work. Captain, what we're trying to offer this individual, Tight Lips, is a chance at a form of redemption. Just because he has committed crimes his entire life does not mean he cannot do good in what life he has left. And that's the opportunity we're trying to give him. It will essentially be the same effect as sending him to Criminal, but if we send him there, he will likely end up dead. This will give him a chance to live. If we can give him that opportunity, he will give us the information we need so that we can take down the real criminal, the real threat.
You
Once
act
we
as
do
if the land of Criminal is but for savages. He will be just as safe there, if not safer than he would be here, given the amount of military presence on the island, and he will have more than enough of a chance to prove that he is good and capable of coming back to society if he so chooses.
Yeah, but it might take longer because he's stuck on like an island, and he won't feel as great in it. And if we do this, it'll just make it even harder to get information out of him. If doing the monk idea, we'll be able to open him up way more, in my opinion, than send him to some prison.
He squints a little bit. All due respect, Bannermane, it is more of a concern to me of sending him off to some good people in hopes that he will become good, where he might impart his evil ways upon them and perhaps do harm, whereas keeping him in Criminal and likely with some good influences I feel would do better. If you have something else to offer besides that, I would be all ears.
Captain, I can see you're a practical man. So let us not consider the benefits of a criminal. Let us consider the benefits of society at large. A pimp named Buckback is someone we have determined to be a mastermind of a criminal empire. He's the one who is sending out these criminals to be thugs and to wreak havoc on society. Certainly, we found them in Westray, that is true, but they had every intention of coming to Bleakburn. It was only a matter of time before they started wreaking havoc in your city. If we can use Tight Lips to find out where a pimp named Buckback is, we can find him, we can stop him, and we can bring him to justice. By all means, if we bring Buckback into you, he should most definitely be sent off to Criminal. but we need every advantage we can to get that information out of Tight Lips. If we have to lie to Tight Lips to make him a promise that we cannot keep, so be it. But I do think it's worthy of a chance. Ultimately, he is your prisoner. You decide what is to be done with him. But give us a chance to get the information we need from him. This is nothing more than a suggestion to you.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Can I roll an intimidate check?
No, unless you want to try to intimidate the guard. That was not an intimidating thing to say.
All right. I will try diplomacy.
Can I?
Yeah, you can
Can I
cert.
roll to assist?
Well, one of you guys can roll to assist.
I like
Like,
I got a plus 6. What is
Yeah,
yours?
plus 11.
What?
Yeah.
For diplomacy?
Yeah, I'm a merchant. I got.
He
I
read
guess
the art of
that's
the
true.
deal.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Cher's like, what? Somebody is sexier than moi.
Yay!
Oh, fucking there it is.
I mean, that's still
Well.
a 19, but that's a heck of a 19.
With a -1. Jesus Christ. You have the fucking charisma of a thorny bush.
That's nice.
I'm not supposed to be a face, bro.
All right.
And yeah.
Sure do a lot of talking.
And you did get the extra +2 from Shabaka with the waggling
Okay.
brows and such have you. What will have you. And he seems to kind of be weighing some things here. Coming back with, you are, and he kind of thinks, walks back and forth, he stands up. I still do not feel comfortable making him part of whatever monk idea that you had. However, if you need a bargaining chip, I am more than happy to offer one in the realm of either lessening his sentence to some place like Criminal, or making it so his life is a lot better there than the main prison on the island. He
That
looks.
should be good enough.
Yeah, that could
Life
work.
of luxury,
Yeah.
even within a prison, is still better than
It is
being
not a
normal.
life of luxury, but it is in one of the coastal towns near the northern parts of Criminal. There, he will be allowed to participate in, and he kind of weighs a little bit, somewhat of a pseudo-society. They run themselves, and they try to prove that they are good members of society, and barring so, can continue their lives here on the mainland. I would be willing to start him off there so he can prove himself a better being if you wish to have something of a bargaining chip for your interrogations.
We should go with the second one.
Yeah,
Is
that
it
works for
accurate?
us, I'd say.
Is
Was
it
that-
accurate to describe it as an open air prison?
What was that?
Is it accurate to describe it as an open air prison, Captain?
Your DM does not know what that is. What is
Open air
open-
prisons are basically prisons without fences. The prisoners are basically trusted to stay there. If they escape, they're usually escaping into near deadly circumstances like swamps or deserts. So it behooves them to stay there within that society to, behave as a normal person would.
Think of Jeffrey Epstein's prison when he was staying there for about a week, one day out of a week.
Yeah, so effectively it is kind of something like that. There's like a main prison. Actually, give me a knowledge local. Yeah, how about that? That makes sense.
Blind or
Aw,
I would be blind, yeah.
you couldn't just tell us.
No.
it's
Can't we
okay.
just
I'm
Oh, that looked like it was really good.
That doesn't need to
no,
be
I
blind,
selected
actually.
that blind. I did.
You're fine, you're fine. It's
When-
you're gonna know it or you're not kind of thing. I'm just pulling up a map here if I can find it, so I can get my information right. How about that?
Cool.
It's been a while since I've opened this fucking map. So give me a second. There it is. Okay, so he kind of gestures to a map of Criminal that he kind of pulls through his room. And I'll actually post this in documents. You can see what the map looks like. This itself is Criminal, and he kind of points toward the northernmost one. You, who had rolled a 29, know that the city that he's pointing to is effectively, yeah, it's a little less than an open air prison because people aren't in shackles. There's no general schedule. It's quite literally like a test town. This is the town that they let the criminals and reformed people or the ones that are looking promising in reform to entering back into society proper. This is where they let them kind of live out their lives, participate in small town functions. They even have their own little guard force and things like that. You know, just as their own society, just to effectively fare on how they would integrate back well with normal society.
Cool.
That's pretty much what he's saying. He would, if you guys want a bargaining chip, he would be willing to levy in terms of a sentence. He'd still be going to Criminal, and he'd definitely be under the scrutiny of obviously the national laws, the enforcement of Criminal, as well as whatever the criminals guard force deems necessary. That is his thing.
So it's like a pseudo probation, I'm guessing.
Kinda.
It is essentially a probation, because it is it's a probation in a halfway house.
It's this world's version of Australia.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It works for me.
And he points to that town as if to gesture this is where he'd be aiming to send him, rather than, and he points down towards south where you see that big kind of those bigger buildings down there. There's a main prison where, of course, the most hardened would go, Mr. Buckback, if you were to ever to catch him, for example.
Oh,
Understood.
out of character. Did we already talk about the other two criminals?
I don't think we have.
No.
Right.
Okay, Cher's gonna broach that. As for the other two, we have reason to believe from our little psychic friend over here that most of them are first-time offenders, mostly looking to feed their families, and they provide no real threat to Equestria. What is the name of the land again?
Estion.
Estion. And that we recommend a much lighter sentence for those two. They were integral to us getting information regarding a pimp named Buckback.
They were integral to it, yes, but how are you sure that what they have done is less than what he was? They seem to have all been acting together, no?
They were acting underneath his orders, but they were greenhorns. They had, to the best of our knowledge, they've never committed a serious crime before, and if this was indeed their first crime, it wasn't even a successful one because we put a stop to it.
And also, they were put underneath the geese, so they weren't even trusted by their own boss anyway.
Yes.
They
Unlike-
violated
unlike
their
Piper.
minds in order to see their past firsthand.
No,
They gave
Sheriff.
us- they
They
gave-
Well, it's not
volunteered
violating.
there.
They gave us consent.
It's violating.
Consent.
The Cher shudders.
And he considers this for a moment. Yes, I would agree. That would not merit having to go to some place like Criminal. However, in terms of a lighter sentence, he kind of starts thinking. The question then becomes, their main crimes were caught in that of Westray. He points south, not here in Bleakburn. You have brought them here, and I would be more than happy to put them on probationary work here. But I feel it is best to probably either, and he kind of thinks, ask the main stitch of Westray if he would have them do anything, or if you have any other better ideas, I would be all of ears to hear.
Alright, so what is it?
We can
The-
simply ask the main stitch, I would say.
Let's see what Wild Ace has to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his town that they were terrorizing, so...
Even so, it seems like an unnecessary trek to bring them all the way back, because Wild Aces may not even have anything for them to do.
We don't have to bring them back, we just need to get his opinion on it. We could send him a letter.
You could
Also-
send him a letter, or your Bannermanes, no?
Yes.
Simply ask your main stitch, Mr. Emden, if he can send them a message, yes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Sure.
sense.
Other than that, I would suggest maybe a month of hard labor. Send them to the farms to grow crops for the people, or some menial task like that to keep them busy.
I feel like that is a good alternative for them to be put into a correct path to life, and hopefully be better as the onions because of it.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, if that's all squared away, then we should probably get to The prisoner.
May we speak to him again?
And he nods and then goes over to his door. And he unlocks it, lets you guys out.
Thank you, Captain.
Mm-hmm. Back to the jail with you.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, this is like going home for Shaniqua over here.
Alright, give me
Wow.
give me a second. Give me a second. I didn't replace all the
Not here.
tokens.
Like I went back. Oh, there you go. Thought going back to retro.
Incantionate here. There you go. So you guys are let in. I'm gonna spare you the. I'm gonna spare y'all the. Hang on. Stop moving, Paolo and Share. I'm trying to move you guys to where you need to go. You guys keep being retards. All right, there you go. Share.
Oh no! This is where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. All right.
It's so dark in here. Holy shit!
I'm aware. It's a prison. Yeah. You guys come over here. I'm gonna turn on.
You can hide so much though. It's so
This one,
dark.
boss.
And I'm gonna turn the
There you go.
turn on the sun here so you guys can see shit. Yes, that one is the boss there. He is boss man tight lips, who is kind of in his corner.
Tight lips, the squealer.
And he looks up. He doesn't say anything, he just looks up.
Yeah, tight lip, more like loose lips.
Please stop antagonizing him. We're trying to be nice.
Yeah, let's. Moonplanter,
Yeah,
let's not antagonize him. We're here to make him an offer.
Share comments how his wings are doing.
Well, I
Oh.
mean, you're down here, so this guy doesn't have wings.
Wait, where? You moved me. You said this is where
You're
I
right,
should
tight
be.
lips.
Is this the boss? Or is this the boss?
Come
This is
back with an offer
Okay.
for you.
And he looks over. And how many good cops and he looks at his hoof screws do you have for me this time?
We're going to find a nice, quiet, comfortable place to sit you down. We're going to feed you, and we're going to talk to you. No tricks, no violence. We just want to talk to you.
Give me a
You
diplomacy
had him.
check.
Ugh,
God,
I'm
you're
so good at
bad.
faith.
Oh my goodness.
You
I
keep
mean-
wanting to be the diplomatic one, like.
Okay, yeah. That didn't need to be blind, I suppose.
And he keeps his eyebrows raised. Yeah, and I'm sure it's just as comfortable as the place you led me in last night. Hmm?
Cher is going to go. Cher is a much better diplomacy. Cher is going to comment. It's not going to be a fancy hotel, but we're not here to hurt you this time, despite your behavior towards Cher. She comes with an offer, something to maybe lessen the burden that you'll be experiencing if you're willing to help us once more.
If it involves fucking you, dame, I'd pass.
If you were only so lucky.
And he kind of gives a
Cher
shrug.
would ever
He kind of gives a
take it.
he gives a little bit of a shrug. You're the marked man, not me.
Is the door open?
Which one?
The one, I mean the jail gate. Yeah.
The jail gate is not open. In fact, there's
What
a
does he mean by
invisible.
marked?
I mean, he said what he said. You are welcome to
Wait.
interpret it as he did.
Wait, what does that mean? What does marked mean?
You didn't explain more.
Cher asks
Okay.
what marked means.
Anyway,
Kind of gives a shrug.
Spring's
You tell
gonna
me.
just-
You're an asshole.
Hello?
Anyway. I fucking hate you.
Oh, that's for the captain for the key to the thing, so I can go inside.
What?
Are you gonna do something? You've been pretty reasonable, but I'm really scared of you
not
just
an
going
evil one.
inside.
Not the evil one here. I look at you, smelling like old cum.
Anyway, Dayspring's gonna say, so, one way or another, you're going to Criminal, but if you work with us, we can make sure that you go to the much, cushier part of Criminal to start with. You might even have an easier chance of getting out.
Give me a diplomacy
if
check,
you behave
share.
yourself.
That was Moon Planner talking, but I can certainly give you one if it's needed.
Or sorry, not share. Dayspring.
Yeah.
Wrong share.
Yeah, not Moon
What?
Planter. We all sound the same to you?
Moon Planter. What do you say to Moon Planter, Moon Planter?
I say brush your teeth.
Alright, you suggest these things. Dayspring kind of rolls his eyes and gives a little bit of a half chuckle, if you will. Figures. Suppose I was going there one way or another. What do you mean by cushier?
Well, what is the name of the criminal city?
Let me pull up my notes on that. That's been a while since I've gone to those notes.
Captain did not give it to us, simply pointed to it on a map.
I assume the name would have been
I
on
would
the map.
imagine that it would be named on the map.
I have a map of it somewhere. It wasn't on the map, that's why I posted it in documents. I just had the name. I will figure out the name and get to you, but you have the name. He tell you.
Dayspring says name of the place is much more relaxed than the rest of Criminal. It would be almost like sort of limited freedom.
He considers.
Still, and she'll basically describe how the guard captain described it.
Yeah. And he kind of thinks a little bit. Thinks. Of all places that they want to put me, huh? And he looks over to you.
If you work with us.
And what does working with you entail?
Just allow our friend here into your mind once more, so that we may search for the information that we need.
What information are you looking for?
Mainly on your boss. We need more information on your boss to figure out the location of him and see where you be at right now.
Do I look stupid to you? I'm asking you. Do I look stupid to you?
Their comments a little bit with those wings and all. Pretty silly.
And he raises an eyebrow. I'm not just about to squeal all my guts about my boss just to get a couple of extra couches in the prison that I'm going to.
Well, if he figures out that you already gave us information, right? If you already gave us information about him, he gonna kill you regardless. So, do you really have much of an option?
He squints. Give me a diplomacy check, you.
Oh, his diplomacy's so good. Like Moon Planter.
Let me see.
At least I'm trying, guys.
Negative.
I just look down and Grot's just facing the wall.
What do you see in this wall? A chocolate
Yeah,
factory.
the guard over here is just watching you from a distance. Grot just staring at the wall.
Yeah, Grotty, she's like huddled against the wall. Ready to. She looks like she's about to ambush somebody. Anybody that goes through that door.
Fair enough. I'll keep that in mind.
Anyone who comes through the wall. Wait, did you say anyone who comes through the wall?
Give me a stealth check, by the way, Grot.
Okay. Oh shit, I probably should have GM rolled that.
Oops.
Yeah, it would be a blind roll.
Dang, that would be
That was such a good one too. What are those stats? +5, +3, +4, and then a -6.
-6 is
That minus
probably
Armor check.
yeah.
Oh, dang, that'd be even higher.
There it is.
Nice.
Oh yeah, do you have your
Fuck
armor
the-
marked as proficient?
I put private GM roll. What the fuck?
That's okay. I got it.
Oh, it's private.
Okay. It was? I can
Yeah,
see
I
it.
can't see it. I can't.
Oh no, you're fine to you're fine to see it, Grot. Like this is your own personal. You're being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I suppose that that doesn't matter too much. It's mainly so I could see if these guys see or anybody else sees you before. I just need to know what your stealth is.
Okay.
In any case, he considers. Where is Shabaka's diplomacy? There it is. Considers, thinks. Fine. Suppose you're right. Kind of puts his hooves up.
Well, I'm glad you finally recognized.
And he spits on the ground a little bit.
Well,
I'm guessing he doesn't want to take a trek to that same room.
well, we could just do it right here, right? I don't know.
Yeah, just call for the sheriff shouts for the guard to come over to unlock his cage.
This guard is happy to oblige, asking you to step aside.
Yeah, unlock our birdie friends. Oh wait, he's an earth pony. Oh well, he's Pegaside. Unlock our little birdie friend's cage for us, please, if you would, Monsieur Guard.
And he gives you an eyebrow raise, yeah, and opens the gate for whoever's going in. Who's going in?
Be me.
Alright, let me.
Cher will go into
Oh, okay.
for emotional support.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
Alright, he lets you guys in.
Let's
Oh.
see. All right.
He's dancing.
Yeah.
He's grooving.
Shake that booth thing.
Chair, I think we only need one pony in the cell with him.
Cher's
I think
already
we-
in.
Share, step out of the cell.
The door has been closed.
I didn't hear anybody stop when she said that. I mean,
Well, all right. Let me
What do you think Cher's gonna do? We have a deal with him.
real quick. All right.
what was
Got
that?
a pretty bad track record with this one already.
I've spit in his face a few times.
Alright.
One time.
Made several light wounds in him that you then poured alcohol into.
Moonplanner his leg. Moonplanner pulled out a fucking bear trap on him.
He didn't
Oh,
trigger it, he
guys,
was
I'm
I'm not
bluffing.
responsible for everything I do. It's someone else's fault.
Like he went straight from like asking to putting a bear trap on his foot.
Man, it's such a good thing I can separate the character from the player. Otherwise, I would think Molinimus is a narcissistic asshole.
Well, you're not wrong.
Alright, well, you guys are here. What are you guys doing?
I like to share memory upon him. I tell him, all right, I'm just gonna put my paws on your head. And I'm gonna see your memories. It shouldn't take too long. It ain't gonna hurt.
Hey, I know how this works, cat. And he looks at you. You tell me what you need to know, and I'll give you the memory I choose to give to you. How about that?
All right. In that case, I'd like to know where he's at right now. Where he will be at by what would be good time like?
No,
Nobody knows that. And he squints
how
at
does
you.
Yeah, just ask for like where he might be at, and how does he normally contact him? Surely you didn't just tell him to go to Bleakburn or wherever and just do nothing.
All right. I need to know the contacts, and I also need to know his location and where he generally would be.
And he squints a little bit. Well, you could just ask me that. You don't need to do whatever you gotta do with my head.
We gotta make sure.
It's funnier that way though. Not actually saying that they.
In case you're lying, just gotta make sure.
And he raises an eyebrow. What am I gonna do? Walk a free man if I lie?
Guess that's true.
We gotta make sure we're not running into the trap, Cher says. How do we know you're not setting us up?
And
If
he,
you have nothing to hide, and a little mind invasion, it's perfectly fine.
I have plenty I want to hide, Dame.
Submit
Look, I
to
can
the
only
medical
see-
search, and we will let the captain know that you neglected to let us search you, and you will be sent to the hard prison of Criminal where you actually belong. This is your opportunity for an easier time, not an opportunity to negotiate.
And we're supposed to be good cops right now.
Nice.
Intimidate is a 31, Meemly.
Yeah. And he kind of rolls his eyes. Strong arm of the guard. You know, I always knew you Bannermanes would cop out to the guards, and he looks towards you. Fine. Put your paws on my head and see what you find.
All right. I proceed to put my paws on the head and use the spell.
Alright.
Share memory.
What are you searching for once more?
his general location where he would be, and I'm also looking for how he contacted him.
Well, think of it in a memories space. This, like, things that this guy would have experienced, and you're trying to draw upon that specific memory for a minute. Like,
Last place he met him, and last time he contacted him.
Yes.
I thought we were
Yes,
done.
the last time he contacted him, and the place where they would usually have the headquarters.
I thought you were busy cooking. Sorry.
you start perusing around for memories, perhaps the most recent one in which they'd last met. Eventually, as you start perusing more and more and more, you start hearing what sounds to be the sounds of gameplay. People playing some sort of dice games, dice being thrown, cards being flipped, tokens being shuffled around, and of course the grand sense of gold. And you are on a roll, mister. You have felt like you've had good luck all damn night, and quite frankly, you feel elated at such an opportunity to do this with none other than your boss. Oh, Mr. Buckback. You look up at him. The awkward thing is he doesn't seem to be in his normal illusion as he normally is. Today he seems to be rocking more of a griffin look as he strides beside you with his big pink fluffy feathered hat on. He looks down at you. You see, I own this place. You look up. I know, sir. And more timid than you felt, he looks down at you. Buck up, boy. Don't put on a scene. And he looks around the place, pointing to some indiscriminate card game. Tell you what, you go play that, and I guarantee you'll win. You feel a little bit nervous and walk toward the game, looking back. He nods, and that's and as you go to sit down, the card captor card keeper dealer, I don't know card terminologies, kind of looks toward you and looks you up and down. I haven't seen you around these parts of Dakalai. And then you are pulled from the memory.
Damn, we were balling those games, man. It's real nice.
So he's a shapeshifter. Or explain it to us. Come on, tell us.
Oh yeah, of course.
yourself.
All right. All right. The locale seems to be at Jackalai. Damn. It seemed to be a shapeshifter of some kind. Freaking griffin. He was like a griffin this time. He's still wearing that pimp hat, so you know he's still pimp. Yeah, that's what it seems to be. He pushing forms. That would explain why I heard only two steps, like two recognizable steps, like in the previous memories of the other criminals. Like we're doing with Changeling here. And also the locale was like Jekyll Eye.
So
yeah.
Changeling Pimp Named Buckback.
Yeah.
Are you certain he was a changeling, or did he simply have the ability to disguise himself?
I may have just
Had
been,
No way to know.
Yeah, no way to know. But,
mentioned that he
I guess I
specifically
could.
said illusion magic though. Or would it still be called illusion magic with a changeling meaning?
I
or
was
would it
I
be
was
called-
describing what this guy's memory made him feel, and like I said at the beginning of the memory, he looked up and down. He's not sporting his usual illusion today, and that is what his memories would convey to you through feeling.
Okay.
Okay.
I think his hat would simply be a hat of disguise. It would be the easiest way to transform his appearance.
It would also explain why he always has the hat, and plus he's just like me, and he has good fashion sense.
Shabaka, did he have the exact same hat, or was the hat a different appearance?
It was the exact same hat, with the feathers and all that. It was the same white. It was the same hat. Everything else seemed to be different except the hat. So
That's our key.
it might be that.
So, Dakalai. From the best I can remember, I've never been there, but Dakalai is definitely a more crime-ridden city. Slavery is legal there last I checked.
You're free to give me a knowledge local if you'd like more information on Dakalai.
I would. Would anyone like to assist?
I'll give it a shot too.
I don't
And
got it.
I've got it marked as blind this time. Hopefully it rolls blind.
I can assist.
Consider yourself assistant.
Wait, it's knowledge local, right?
right.
Ah.
In terms of knowledge local, Moonplanter, you could ask me one question of something you'd like to know about Dakalai. Same with you, Dayspring. Shabaki, you could ask me 3.
Where is the fanciest casino in Dakalai located?
Oh boy, you're getting that specific, are you? Let
I
me
only
open.
got one.
Yep, that's fair enough. Let me open up the map for this. Like, are you asking what the name is?
If the name and the location are 2 separate questions, I'll take the location.
I can take the name.
Okay, and let's see.
All right.
I'll take.
Let me pull up the map here.
Do you already know where generally on the map?
One second. Let me answer these questions first before I get it. Before I get to that.
Do you know what the hypotenuse is of side A 42, side B 37.96?
Shut your face. Shut your face!
Single thread. You can't do this.
You gotta go one problem at a time.
Alright, I'm just pulling up a map of Dakalai. I have that map somewhere. There it is. Do I actually have it in the Foundry? I could probably pull you guys to it if I have it. City maps. I do not have Dakalai in here, but I have it saved on my desktop, so I will screenshot the place in Dakalai where it is. So if we look at Dakalai, I'm gonna put a little square around this. I'll post it in documents so you guys have it. How about that? The thing is going to be right. Hang on. Let me just zoom in so I can get it better. And it would be right there. Okay, sorry, let me get this screenshot here. You guys are making me pull maps out of my deep repositories.
Mwahaha.
And screen cap there. So this is where in the documents channel the thing is located. In that square of other casinos. And the casino's name is known as the Revenge of the Rock. Spelled that. Shabanka, you had 3 questions?
Oh, yes, let's see. First off, is this the usual, this like his usual residence, Buckback?
Well, that's less of a question about Dakalai and more of a question about this guy's friend.
He told us he owns that place, so it's at least a facility that he owns, which means even if he's not there, we can shake down probably other workers who are, who he leaves in charge of one of his facilities for even more information. Like you said, this guy's a shapeshifter who doesn't let where he's going to be telegraphed. We're most likely not gonna find him there. We're gonna find more leads.
Well,
I just got an idea. Who wants to run an Ocean's 11 on his casino?
Cher is a great gambler.
Well, I'd like to know what is their main exports, main trade over there.
Main trade of Dakalai?
Yes.
Honestly, the main trade of Dakalai isn't really anything exported or imported. The main trade of Dakalai is entertainment. They have a huge tourist market, especially being right next to the Great Friendship Bridge. The fact that they have casinos, and it's just in the desert, where nothing is anyways, it is a perfect spot for people to go on their tourist destinations, especially since that's the main port that Golden Port is connected to with their fantastic, famed airships.
Cool.
Is prostitution legal there?
Yes.
Alright.
And are there strip clubs?
Let's see.
And brothels.
Alright, so,
Or reverse strip clubs?
okay, so these are legal. Let's see. Is there, okay, is there any, okay, do they have a black market?
Nom.
It's a casino town, so
You could be You could be fairly sure that they might, though I'm not aware that you have any black market connections to know for certain, because that's less of a fact about that place that's just offhand and more of like a secret underground. You can probably assume that there might be.
You did mention that you have black market connections or the ability to find them, so you can likely answer that as soon as we get there.
True. In that case, is there like okay? You already said there's like is like connected to Golden Port. Is there like any other main roads that go to Jackal?
Well, Golden Port itself isn't a main road. Keep that in mind. Golden Port, if you are on the map over here that I'll activate for folks, is over here, where you guys got your airship from, actually, here in Bleakburn. It was pretty much rented from Golden Port. Dakalai is just one of those places that it goes to and from, which is why over here you see one of those little airships coming from the area or the direction of Dakalai.
Fire a rocket at it.
Hang on. I don't know if he actually. Did we explain the airship situation to you?
I believe I heard it, and that didn't sound. That sounded ridiculous.
Well, okay. Our airship is fixed now. It's been the week, so we can essentially use the airship for much faster travel. So we could use that airship to get there pretty quickly, I would assume.
Do we have any more knowledge local questions?
Well, also, I'd like to know who are the noble figures and Jackalai.
The noble figures or the notable figures?
Notable.
Notable figures. Oh man, you're making me really pull out my deep notes, aren't you?
Give you all the juicy stuff.
What kind of notable figures are we talking about? Like their enterprise, their status, their marketability? I don't know. Like what kind of
marketability?
Like which ones are the richest in that sense?
Yeah.
Which ones are the richest? Let's see here. Let me pull up my notes.
The wealthy and powerful.
I know, right? I will say that it is a sphinx. I'm just looking up what the name was. Let's see here. You know that there is a rich couple at the top of the gambling chains, owns a lot of the different gambling companies in there. The husband's name is Akil. The wife's name is where's the wife's name here? I'm reading through my own document. Outset. So I will spell those in documents. Richest casino gambling owners are husband, wife, Akil, and Outset. There you go.
I think that's all the questions I could ask. Entertainment, Golden Port, and the owners. All right, I think that's pretty much it.
Yes, Sheriff says we should get there immediately. This sounds like her type of town.
All right, it sounds like a fun place. Let's go there.
You can lose all kinds of money.
Lose all kinds of something, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
If you're implying that Sheriff can lose any form of virginity.
Ever done with a Sphinx before?
Yes, that was the first.
Oh, that's your first time.
Yeah, in the discussion, Cher has had sex though before that.
You hear Tight Lips murmur something to Cher's words under his breath. He tries to kind of passes it off definitely as a cough.
Perception.
Go for it.
Cher has a much higher perception than you, and she will roll it too.
All right, we'll see.
Well, actually, I don't know if
I think take a -1 modifier every second. We're waiting on you to roll perception.
Orion, I'm gonna whisper to you each what you guys both heard. How about that? That'll be fun.
Okay.
Oh, I think one of us rolled well, the other one.
Oh,
Let's see.
Don't worry about it.
I almost want him to reveal it so that he can't fucking
I might.
lie again.
BCS, we're currently on the Astalon map looking at where Dakalai is located. We learn there's a casino there that's run by a pimp named Buckback, and it's likely going to give us the best lead to locating his current location. So we're going to be taking our newly rebuilt airship and making a trip to go do some gambling. Maybe play some roulette, throw some poker, some blackjack. And once we're done losing 20,000 platinum coins that we do not have the credit for, we're going to run.
So,
Yeah, I mean, what are they gonna do? Collect the debt? We're gonna burn their thing down. Their criminal organization.
Yeah, it's the criminal stuff anyway. They ain't like gonna send the guards after us.
where's Stackly?
Dakalai is to the southwest of where we are in Bleakburn.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're watching my stream, I'll pull up the map right here so you can see where we are and where Dakalai is all the way over here, 756 miles away.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
Thank God for the airship.
Yup.
Dude,
Shares
if-
who-
Why do you think?
for that.
Hang on. Why do you think that Amdin wants to set up a teleportation network between Bleakburn and Dakalai, and Erelon?
That's 756 miles as the crow flies. If we were to drive there, it would be 336 miles to Trappersville, and then approximately 276 plus 96. That's 372, and then 372 plus 216 is 8, 9,
I can hear
500.
the
basically
570
600.
miles. Yeah. Well,
Uh,
I mean, 600
5,
miles,
8,
bro.
Anyways, I've now whispered both to you what you heard in this coughed breath.
Wow.
Moonplanter, Moonplanter looks to Tight Lips and he says, "If you think so."
I don't know if we got the same thing then. I don't know if that I think we might have, because from what I see here, it makes way more sense than I think
What did he
we
tell you?
got.
Well, all I'm saying is that he coughed this thing, you heard what you heard, and now you just heard Moonplanter say, well, if you say so.
Wait, is the cage unlocked?
No, it's locked. The
No,
guard's
yeah.
standing here.
So I was gonna spit in
Alright.
his face and walk out.
Hey,
And spit it, okay, Cher's gonna Cher
Time
will
lapse.
comment that it's
Fair, hush.
fitting for a lame bird to be stuck in a cage too.
Tight Lips, real quick. Does your former boss, a pimp named Buckback, wear a hat of disguise?
And he raises an eyebrow. I can't tell you.
Oh,
You've seen him in different forms.
Doesn't mean that I know how he does it.
Has he ever cast any kind of magic before?
He kind of gives a shrug. I've never really paid attention to that. Quite frankly,
I mean,
it's very little that I actually get to see him, and when I do, I'm sure that he's probably in some new disguise.
we do know those goons were under Keith, so
Yeah, so we know he can cast geese.
Or you can have someone pass geese for him.
Sound like
Yeah, there could have been someone else who did it.
Either way, it sounds like you got some real powerful people. I don't know.
He who smelt it dealt it. Alright.
Over down below, guard comes like over next to you. Grot, who still looks like you're prepared to jump, and kind of just pokes you a little bit. Poke, poke. You're right there. What are you doing?
Scare a prisoner.
And she kind of like looks out the bars over here. Oh, well, I suppose I'll be here monitoring ya. Don't do anything too wild. You hear?
Too wild.
And she looks really confused.
Yeah, don't go ape.
What's an ape?
And she kind of thinks a little bit. Be more like a pony, you. And she looks at you. A little bit more
God,
civil.
Like, visible disgust.
Kind of blinks, and she it's like talking to somebody and you've accidentally said something mortally offended in their language, and she's like trying to reel back from that. You know, nice folk. And she kind of sits down and she picks up like a little bit of bread that she has on the table and like nibbles on it, but she's doing it politely. And then she said, "Not like this," and she kind of starts stuffing it in her face. "That's bad," and she kind of spits out some of the bread.
Rock just looks really confused, like she doesn't know what this alien shit is. Like,
Eat bread the same.
Yeah, but all I'm asking, and she looks to you, don't attack anybody. I'll have to put you down for that.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Grant tied to a table getting a needle.
It's a long slumber.
No one
Don't worry.
adopted her after 12 weeks.
Alright, and is there any more line of questioning that you guys have for Mr. Tightlips up here?
No.
No.
Nah. Nah, I'm good.
Alright. Oh, and I didn't realize that KM was here. I'm gonna stream the yeah, the browser.
Planters
Oh,
beat
based.
you to it.
Based. Yeah, I just saw that KM saw a Pimp Named Buckback. That's funny. Anyways, I don't think there's any more questioning, sorry.
Yeah,
Nope.
wait, I have one question for GM.
Yeah.
How rude would it be considered
Yes.
Sheriff pissed on the prisoner?
If you have to ask.
He's called Sheriff whore.
Roll a local check.
Knowledge local.
Like, how far could Sheriff piss? Like, could she piss from behind the bars?
Homo, challenge pissing.
Home of Challenge Pissing!
You get no money now. Cher, put your panties back on.
That is true. She does have panties on. She's civilized, unlike the ringed pink butt one.
What?
If you guys are coming out, the guard will let you out
I have permanent panties.
and move
Those
you
are
out.
panties.
Stop moving. Okay, there you go.
Hey there.
And he closes the door behind you. Guard goes back to guarding this way.
All right.
I'll let him be for now.
So let's go.
We have a casino to
Hang on.
probably rob.
Oh.
Oh no!
As you get here, I need you to give me a reflex save. Grot, what are you doing?
when she sees a prisoner, preferably the ones that were actually scared of her before, she's going to fucking jump them and scare the shit out of them.
Thing is there's not a prisoner coming. The one with the grandiose wing is the one ring who's coming along the way was the first pony to make themselves known.
Then Grot like ducks down behind the she like gets lower in her pouncing stance in reverence.
Okay. So you've gone from waiting for somebody, you see the ring, now you're bowing. Like
Okay, I'm gonna boop Grot.
okay, that's more like it. That's more like a pony does.
Pony's stupid. We're about smart.
Oi, which one's the war boss then? Is that the one? Was that your girlfriend there? And he points toward war boss.
Sherry immediately says yes.
You
We're
two are
boss.
dating now?
What?
What?
Oh, I don't know. I don't judge. And she kind of shakes her head. I just saw this gobbo. I was just bowing that way, and I couldn't be too sure. She does travel with you a lot.
Oh, that's because this is the mighty war boss, the ringed one.
Aye.
The bad knee is a weak war boss.
Nice to be making your acquaintance, miss.
We're boss bring many
Hello.
pony head to clan.
Oh, that's not very pony-like of her either.
I don't do
What do you
that.
expect from someone who doesn't get pants?
Yeah, she is the war boss, the ringed one.
Grot's just excitable.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's good to hear.
Well, anyway, we need to speak to the captain briefly, and then speak to Dr. Amden. We have some very important information to share.
Wait, why do we have to speak
War
to
bus.
the captain?
To let him know that Tight Lips cooperated. Because his move to the other city on Criminal was
Oh, it
conditional.
goes this way.
It seems like your attempts at sabotage weren't entirely needed, Grot. They didn't bring the prisoner with them.
Yeah.
How boring.
And we can just, alright. It should just be a pit stop. Then we need to see
Oops.
about getting the airship.
Wrong one. There we go. Alright, so you guys go meet with the guard captain, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Just tell him it all went smoothly.
He was cooperative.
He was cooperative, so just to confirm, you're letting the guard captain know that because he was cooperative, he's good to go with the cushy criminal lodgings.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
And your cooperation is noted, and he writes that down somewhere.
Alright.
Correct.
And
Okay.
off to Dr. Amden.
Alright.
Do we need Andom or do we go to the Oh yeah. We need to go to Andom, have him message Wild Ace, don't forget, for recommendation for the 2 lesser ones, and then we need to talk to him about acquisition for the airship.
Yep.
For it.
Oh, and also we gotta send a note to Westray, the Westray dude for
That's Wild Ace.
Wild Ace. Yeah. You already said
Yeah,
that.
that's what I just said. For a psychic, we should be able to keep up.
Don't be mean.
I don't. It's not. It's not about my ears. It's about my mom.
It's okay.
What
I
exactly
like
are you doing for the party?
I like you strictly. Wait, what am I doing? Are you asking me what I'm doing, Mr. -1 diplomacy?
I can't believe Cher's tearing this party apart!
I'm an arcanist. I summon an eagle.
I took out an entire boss.
Eagle! Missile! Eagle! Sex!
I made your life easier. If
Yes,
I wasn't
I
here,
agree.
you like
Your
to get
diplomacy
Anyway, let's cut
is
to Big
really
Reed
good.
before we get to
Don't be
Amden's
killed.
office.
Yeah.
Sure. To give you an idea on what's going on here, Shabaka just turned a B plot into an S.
Avoid.
Just turned a B plot into a what?
An
Why
S.
can't I move?
I don't get what you mean.
Okay, you know grading systems in Japanese games, how it goes
Avoid.
B, C.
Why are we talking? Is it because I'm Asian? You gotta bring up Japanese stuff all the
I
time?
don't even think you're Japanese. Why are you being
I'm
racist
not.
towards
I'm
Japanese
Korean, you
people?
racist.
Korean,
You're the
no.
one who's associating all
Not a
Asians
no.
with Japanese.
Baby,
Wow.
not a
Fucking
no. You're
racist
not
against
a
your own
no.
people. I can't believe this.
Racist and
Korean,
plan.
all of us had a race inside. Come on now.
Yeah, speaking of races, I'm beating you inside. You're wasting your time looking at a wall.
There is no wall in front of me. What do you
Where
mean?
where are you guys?
We're back inside the textile.
Oh, on floor 1 or floor 2?
God damn it, fucking Dayspring. I see you doing it.
Floor 1.
You guys are, I believe, on floor 1 is where I activated the scene to.
Alright. Oh, welcome Tangent. We just had a very
Oh.
eventful day at the prison.
Stairs.
Is this the wrong stairs?
Oh, there we go.
You nigger.
Hang on, refresh.
Got him.
Can I go up the stairs?
Goodness.
Rod just said a terrible word. Why would she do so? Who's been teaching her that?
Bird
Rob,
kept
what's-
locking the goblin
grind
out.
Oh, that was probably Pala.
Yeah, Palo is... Fucking Palo. Oh my god, there's 3 of me.
Oh god, never mind, I
become
didn't
evil.
fix it.
Any of you.
Holy shit. Cher has a mild existential crisis that she sees 3 clones of herself.
Oh god.
And a clone of Dayspring just
Oh,
sitting
wait.
there.
Where'd I go?
Oh boy.
I can see things on this map, but I can't see. Oh no, I have no tokens. Oh, wait,
Alright,
there we go.
everyone, take your seats.
Oh, sorry, Grat. I didn't mean to delete your token. I was going after Dayspring.
Share, stop
Here's your-
sexually assaulting the door.
Add your
my
token back in.
head.
Give me a second.
Can't believe Grot
Yeah, the-
died.
I can't
I
I
believe
know,
it.
right?
Yeah, the
Def-
face is a sexual organ. You didn't know that?
The face is a sexual organ.
Grot
Jesus.
took a bullet for the war boss.
Truly.
Deleted from existence.
Did you say the whore boss?
No, that's Cher.
War boss.
What?
What's
Oh,
wrong
okay.
with you guys?
The whore boss is Cher's title.
You guys call me the horny one?
Yeah, Cher's the horror boss.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting my windows back here. I had to
Actually, I
F5.
guess a pimp named Buckback is really the horror boss.
Let me do it, Foundry, please.
Actually, Cher's gonna take this for you.
Where are
Okay,
your eyes?
it looks like Cher's on
There
the
you go.
table, but Cher's in the top seat here.
Should be there.
I don't see Cher.
What the fuck? You moved my camera.
Grot, can you see yourself?
Chewbacca, where are your eyes?
Yes.
I
yes.
see Grot.
There you go.
Oh no, 2 Grots.
One Grot, there we go. Alright, you guys are seated at your tables. You enter the planning room.
Oh no, I forgot to gather the papers this time. Grot,
Grot is trying to eat the papers.
Grot, stop. Give it, drop it, drop it, drop it.
Drop it.
Grot have voice in head because of papers.
Just close your eyes. I will take the papers from you. They will not take your mind this time.
Grot closes her eyes.
I quickly gather up all the papers. You hear a bunch of crumpling going on. And then I stuff them up on top of the box over here in the corner.
You hear from the doorway as you start shuffling around all the papers, a familiar goosey lad from between his door. I better not see one paper that is missing off that table. Do you understand me?
Grot
And Moon
spits
Planter
out the
just-
one that she ate.
Grot, give it, quick.
Thud,
I can't move.
thud, thud. There's movement.
I'm back.
I grab the paper and I put it on my chair and I sit on it.
I'm sure Dr. Andom will appreciate flank paper.
You sit on the paper, just as you hear the door click on its unlocked state, to its unlocked state.
Oh no, 2 birds.
Oh,
3
God.
birds.
There's 5 birds.
There's a
Oh
lot more.
no. They're coming for us.
Why doesn't this
Plan
work?
all along.
Oh no.
Whoever's making more birds, please stop. I can't load my stuff.
Oh no, who could it possibly be who's loading?
No, who
some
could
birds?
possibly be making the birds?
Oh, here comes another
Oh
one.
my
Oh,
god,
no.
you're making so many.
Alfred Hitchcock was right.
You are going to crash the game.
What have you done?
I don't know, because I'm not able to load in, because somebody keeps making fucking birds!
Well, the game is paused, so there's not going to be more birds made. Maybe you can start like.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Done
Christ.
nothing but teleport birds for the last.
For a week.
I'm just staring at birds.
I'm trying to
Yeah, there's
figure
a
out
lot
what's
of
going
birds
on. Oh
out
my
there.
goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
there's quite a few birds.
Too many birds.
There really is too
Why
many
is
birds.
Beamly so slow any places?
It's namely when everybody's on the same map. I don't know. It's a network thing, I guess. I'm gonna have to look into that. It only happens when like we're in session, so I've taken that notice. It's probably something to do with the network connection. I'm assuming. I might get a proper domain for this, and if that's the case, which should be based. Okay,
You can borrow my server.
I think things have calmed down on me now. There's now one bird.
Probably.
What? You got the bird.
Huh?
He means the other birds type creatures, but yeah, okay. Please don't duplicate birds so we don't crash and
Sorry, we had to kill off the rest of your kind.
crash.
I only crashed once.
Chewbacca, where are your eyes?
In his head, what do you mean? Or is he staring at fucking Cher's flank again?
Okay. And you guys hear the click of the lock. Sorry, I just had to wait for this to pop in here. The goosey head makes itself known. Thud, thud, thud.
Oh,
Shouldn't it be plap, plap, plap,
Plap, plap, plap. Yeah. I mean, it's just on wood. Thud, 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 thud. It didn't really matter.
Good morning, boss.
And he's looking at the desk. He's looking at all your guilty faces.
Moon Planter smiles.
And he kind of just sits where he is. Sit. I'm waiting. You came here for something to annoy me.
Yes, sir. We have news regarding a pimp named Buckback. We discovered that his main base of operations is in Dakalai. He runs a casino called
Insert
Chewbacca
name here.
knows the name of the casino. Go ahead, Chewbacca.
Yeah.
We
The,
never.
oh,
You put the
Yeah, we
name
did.
Alright.
I would
as
look it up.
Revenge of the
Now-
Rock.
Oh, that's the name of it? Revenge of the Rock? Is that the name of the casino?
That is true.
Yes.
Okay.
Revenge. Yes, the name of the casino is Revenge of the Rock.
And he's like looking, he's just kind of nodding along. So, what I'm hearing is that you want to go off to Dakalai to a casino.
This is the factual truth.
Yes.
Sheriff said.
And he looks down at Cher and at the rest of you. Would somebody fill me in on the joke?
Oh, no, sir, no joke. So the prisoners that we had brought back from Westray, who were causing the trouble with Main Stitch Wild Aces, we interrogated them successfully more than a week ago. And during that time, we discovered that they were working for a pimp named Slickback.
Buckback.
Yeah.
Somebody was bound to do it.
Buckback.
The whole thing. Don't worry.
Sorry, the joke was on the nose. I had to do it.
And
So a pimp named Buckback. We believe he is using a hat of disguise, so he's able to change his appearance at will. But we've seen him in an Earth pony body as well as a Griffin body.
and
We
he
know
bu-
that he is.
What?
Wait,
Why is who
tangent
tangent
biting?
biting?
I'm sorry, I always wanted to see what the button did.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Tangent
and-
bites into the ear to see if she can.
And Amden's gaze briefly just wanders over to Tangent, who seems to be gnawing on her coffee cup, and just continues to ignore her and looks back toward Moonplanter while he talks.
Goodness.
So thanks to interrogations as well as Shabaka's ability to share memories with anyone who's willing, we believe that a pimp named Buckback is running a criminal empire out of his casino, the Revenge of the Rock in Dakalai. So what we intend to do is to follow up with this criminal empire, travel to Dakalai, locate a pimp named Buckback, and attempt to shut him down.
And he blinks. So what you're asking me is that you don't want to do the one thing that I've been asking you to for the last month and want to go on some other thing that the guards have you on? They let you interrogate your buddy?
With
Cher's
respect,
gonna pipe up though real quick and say, weren't you the one that told us that protecting these ponies were more important than getting the Aether Stone?
And he looks at you. You know? And he gives you a little bit of a pat. That's right. However, if you think that I'm gonna let you be using the airship to get there, you got another thing coming.
Oh.
No!
Oh no!
well, sir, this is a mission on behalf of the Bannermanes, and we would be using it strictly for the uses of accomplishing our missions. And we also, of course, will be searching for Aetherstone at the same time. We just believe that following your orders and following up with our interrogations and investigations, that stopping a pimp named Buckback is just as important for the safety of Astalon as a whole, sir.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Wait,
Let me
No, it's funny. I'm never going to put any skill points in diplomacy because this is funny.
so once Moonplanter fails, Cher has a good way.
Hang on. I might roll something stupid. I do that once in a while.
And he leans in and he kind of puts his claws, like his, his elbows on the thing there, and he lightly brushes Cher back to her chair so you can get a better look at Moonplanter here. Listen here, Carla. I only lend my airships to good little girls and boys who like to listen to what I say. And he blinks. You're free to go on that mission. Don't get me wrong. I won't touch a hair on your head for it. But golly gee wills, I still want to do the things that I had initially set out to do, and I got more Bannermanes than just you. He smiles.
Now that Moonplanter has failed,
But
we're
sir,
going to mention something that's probably going to succeed.
but sir, you don't have any Bannermanes as skilled as we are.
And
How much Aetherstone has been brought back by other Bannermanes thus far?
It's true.
and he looks up and down you guys. Well, seeing as you guys were the ones who said you'd go up into the mountains to do it, I didn't have anybody else doing anything. Would kind of be a waste of resources to do that, huh?
Well, the sooner we use that blimp, the sooner we able to get to the mountain, get back to the mountain task.
And he holds up a clipper to you. Call it a blimp around those clockworks, and that'll be the last I swear I seen of you.
Okay. Cher's gonna go now. Cher's going to point out this criminal only procures a lot of fancy stuff in that concealment. And most likely probably has some Aetherstone. At least a decent bit. If it's valuable to us, it's valuable to them. Maybe they'll use it to bribe us. Maybe they'll use it as a bargaining chip. But most likely, they have it. And if we go there, we can most likely take it. Because it's probably ill-gotten gains anyways.
And he looks at you. And for a second, he doesn't say anything. Then he just smiles. So, if that's the way you want to play it then, if you do take the airship out that way, I expect you to also not come back here until you have some Aetherstone with you.
It's a deal.
He holds out a claw to you, Cher.
Moonplanter twitches just a little bit.
He pulls his claw away as you spit on your hand, looks down at your hoof, and he just keeps his claw up there. And as he does, that same water spell that he constantly uses on Grot just comes down on your hand, and then he shakes it.
Flinches when he does it.
I can say, Dr. Andom, finally make me wet.
And he looks over toward Tangent. BCS, are you with us?
I'm still here.
Yeah, he looks over to you, Tangent. Are you gonna go gamble your money away too, darling?
I don't have enough money to gamble.
Oh, I'm sure that your merchant friend over there has you covered.
With interest.
Oh, I don't.
All the interest you can make off of a dumb, stupid cat.
And he looks over to you. Of course you do. You both are little prissy pussy cats. Of course you can do it.
Yeah, but only with interest. Otherwise.
Oh, you telling me this wonderful little good kitty here hasn't caught your interest? And he gives Tangent a rub between the top of the head with like one claw, like he's touching something dirty.
Rather the opposite.
She's nice, but you know, she's I don't know, a hippie or something.
I am not a hippie.
You look the part,
It's
though.
really just the way you both play your parts with such wonderful commitment that it almost had me believing that you aren't having whiny, neurotic, extremely catty sex with each other. And he rolls his eyes a little bit.
So, sir, am I understanding we have your permission to take the airship for this mission on the condition we bring back Aetherstone?
And he gives a nod. Sounds about right.
Oh.
I think we have
Oh.
any reason to believe there's Aetherstones over there.
I know.
But you know what it is nearby? That other place that we know there is Aetherstone.
And
Yes.
and he kind of holds up a claw. And let me tell you, if you do decide to come back without it, it was your good friend Cher here who I shook talons with. Her job's on the line. Good luck. And he
Oh, wait, so we can come back anyway, okay.
and he just
Oh,
backs
No,
up,
no, we,
closes the
Nice.
door.
well,
Huh?
Cher, congratulations. You have shown the boldness that Dr. Andon was looking for, and no doubt on our glorious success, you will be you will be greatly rewarded. English is hard, leave me alone.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I thought I was the English speaker here.
So, Sherry, since you have boldly taken initiative on this, why don't you take charge on this mission? We need to find Aetherstone to satisfy Dr. Hamden, but we also need to stop a pimp named Buckback. So, how do we do it?
One thing at a time, Montclair. We shall
Lead
first
us, oh Kamil one.
tackle the whole casino, and we'll see what we find. We might get lucky. We said we bring back Aetherstone. We never said how much. We might find a nugget and be safe.
I can smell the failure on you, Chair.
I'm pretty sure he expects a decent amount.
But
Yeah,
that's not what we shook on. And there's another tangent. Okay.
And you hear through the door,
I'm outside the room. He cannot yell anything. I have already moved. We have been
Here in
walking
your
out.
head.
He can't say anything. Chair has mental fortitude.
Oh, we also need to ask about Wild Ace.
We can send him
do
a
that.
message later about that.
Wait, who scooted me?
oh, I scooted you. Sorry. I don't know how you're scooting. You're scooting very weirdly.
Oh, rename.
You know, we could
You're
return to
reading
Westray
yourself.
ourselves with the airship, because there was the reporting of the Kelpie sighting to the east of that village, and they might have some Aetherstone with them. We were also told that they were no longer on the beach, but that was much farther north. It could very well be still in Westray.
Oh, you were saying I renamed you. I thought you were asking me to rename you. Well, you're back to me, boy.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reloading my stuff here.
Yeah, it's loading for us too.
I'm seeing if disabling the show drag drop distance thing is gonna stop lagging on my end, because ever since I put that in, it's always been really laggy. So I'm wondering if that's the module causing the lag. Because that could be the case.
I can't believe we're gonna get Sheriff fired from the Bannermanes.
Oh my god. Well, he never said how much.
Hey,
He can't
Mimely,
say how.
Mimely, since I have the ability to feel people's emotions, what is Cher feeling right now?
Sherry, you tell.
Cher is feeling like you should just shut the fuck up.
Silly.
Your weird, creepy, rapey powers away from her mind.
You agreed to it. Come on, it's consent. You have no problem with it.
Invoking her consent.
I can just fill you up and down mentally.
I'm sorry, what?
Fill you up and down mentally, you know? In your mind. Come on.
I think his class should change from fucking merchant to pervert. Being a pervert is this full-time
If that was
job
true
now.
for him, I'd also change that to your class, Cher. Watch, careful what you wish for.
At least gets consent.
You share for what you wish for.
Sometimes
gave me
they put in the format.
You gave me consent. though.
Alright, there you go. I think I fixed everybody's tokens.
Yeah, it's alright.
I have to refresh because I'm just seeing a gray screen.
Yeah, same.
All right, I can see now. I refreshed.
I can see clearly now. The rain
is gone.
Now, I don't think these stairs are still working here. I'm just going to test. No, they're not working right now. But I will move you up and down as necessary.
Alright, there we go. I can see now.
Okay, so a quick rundown. I have all the provisions we need to last an entire month.
I have a great screen.
We can load them up on the airship, we can leave, and we will be self-sustained for 40 days.
That's fine. We can go ahead and get on the airship. Unless anyone needs any extra provisions, get them on our way there. We can't dilly-dally.
I believe if we head to Westray, we can deliver the message to Wild Aces ourselves, and we can check out to see if the Kelpies are still on the eastern coast of Westray.
These are tertiary. These are primary. We should go to the casino as fast as possible so that we can make sure if he's there, we can catch him. We don't really need to bother ourselves with the prisoner.
We found Aetherstone with the Kelpies the first time we encountered them. We may find it again. All right, it's on the way. It's on the way. We should check just to make sure. If not, we can continue on.
Oh wait, wait, is Westray's Wild Aces play? Why are you moving me?
I'm trying to see if I could get this, sorry, stair things working. I guess I could use one of these.
Are we, Westray's and we're Wild Aces, is he?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Why wouldn't we stop off with the Gobos then?
Gobbles is out of the way.
Gobos on the reconnaissance mission.
We got the reconnaissance mission report from Grodd.
Yeah.
The Kelpies have moved away from the ship, and there are more ships coming in with the flag of Athlon, or the flag of that city north of us.
Oh wait,
Right.
no. We're down a bard. I'd rather have a bard when we go up against the Kelpies. Because
Well, the goblins also have bards, but yeah.
yeah, we would
And I
have to do
assume
that.
we could make earplugs of some kind.
Yeah, how much are earplugs? Like 2 coppers?
They actually have a thing for that. Earplugs that actually matter.
Meanly, I like to use my third eye feats. Not to like open them, but just to have it on my forehead, just in case.
A third eye appears on your forehead.
Alright. Thanks.
Yeah, it's really fucking creepy, and I don't think the rest of the party's seen that yet. In any case, earplugs are 3 copper pieces, and they give you a +2 circumstance bonus against saves that require hearing, but also a -5 penalty on hearing-based perception checks.
Is there anything better than that?
Probably. There's probably like, I don't know, earplugs of AirPod or whatever. I don't know, fucking.
Earplugs of AirPods.
Oh no, you got AirPods in.
They have a 2nd edition version of earplugs. Wax
Oh,
of
no.
Defiance.
Wax with the phone.
That's way out of your all's price range. Oh, it's not even related to. Oh,
Not for
kinda.
long.
It's kind of specifically for charms.
Well, anyway, is there any objections to my plan? Does anybody have an idea? Bird, early rise. Do you have any suggestions?
We should go to the casino first, and I'm knocking on this door.
Knock, 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 knock. Knock, 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 knock. There's no response.
If you don't answer, I'm gonna assume yes. Not.
You're gonna assume yes about what?
My question, which I didn't say. Wait, is that him asking?
Oh no, that was me asking.
Oh, I was gonna ask him if the Bannermanes have the policy about torture.
Oh my god, stop. Don't be a...
Hold on, let me move you guys. Let me grab. Hold on. Need to set this up here proper. You're asking him about. You want to ask him about torture?
No, I was gonna knock, and he didn't answer, so I guess I'm not asking him.
Well, he's not answering. I mean, you also didn't ask anything through the door. You just knocked really loudly. It kept knocking.
If you don't answer, I'm gonna assume yes.
Is Paolo typing?
Oh, okay. And you shout that through the door. And moments later, if I can get this here. You have 30 seconds.
What's the Bannermane policy about torture?
I don't like it, and I don't want to see it. And if I see one of you guys doing it, we're gonna have an issue.
Right.
Capiche?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, capiche tangent?
Door shuts. Like.
Capiche tangent?
Capiche?
I understand we are to not get caught doing torture under any circumstances.
Thank you. Well,
Not that we can't do it.
his door's already shut. He didn't actually say that.
Okay. We're good on supplies. I guess we're making a stop for some reason
How
to
is
go and
Bert-
see the Kelpies, but I feel like that's gonna be a bad idea.
How is
Well,
Bert
it's-
communicating?
No, we were just going to Wildly.
Okay, so are we just okay? So it seems like we're split. Then Moon Planner wants to also investigate the Kelpies. Are we just dropping off a message to Wild Days? If we're doing that, we can literally just knock on the door and tell him to send a message to Wild Days.
Honestly, if we're not going to be dealing with the Kelpies, we can easily just mail a letter to him, and then he can open correspondence with the guard captain in this city.
Okay.
We don't
sure,
have to
we'll
talk.
write a letter for him.
Okay, yeah, I guess we're going to skip over Wistre and just go straight to Dakalai.
Okay.
All right.
What's the danger about the Kelpies?
The Kelpies are a species of animal that live in the ocean, and they like to sing songs to you, lure you into the ocean, drown you, and steal your stuff. They
Yep,
managed
already.
they managed to collect a crashed ship. We don't know if they caused the crash, but they managed to capture a whole bunch of Aetherstone, enough to open an entire portal. So we're hoping that if we fight another group of them, they'll also have Aetherstone.
Sound like a species that deserves to be eradicated. Still.
Am I supposed
maybe
to
not.
be the fucking borderline racist one? I feel like I have to pull you guys back more often than not. Jesus
They
Christ.
still shit, man. I can respect
Okay,
that.
and so do black people, but we don't eradicate them.
Ah! All of them do it. Right?
Yeah, and 13% of the population account for 50% of the violent crime.
Nah, I'm
But
talking about the Kelpies. The Kelpies are like, that's their thing, right? To like steal shit.
It's really more like 7%.
Regardless, Kelpies are dangerous to us. The Gobos hate the Kelpies. They call them bad greens. And I mean, yeah, so far it's been beneficial for us to have them die.
Yeah.
I don't know if they should be eradicated. Otherwise, we can't keep stealing their stuff.
Plus, there's probably that whole thing about genocide being bad, I believe. But yeah. All right. So I guess we're heading off to the clockworks. I'll drop off the letter, I guess. Namely, I will send to you after the session exactly what I type up to him.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there's likely a Pegasus messenger who can carry that for you really fast.
War bus. War bus.
Yes?
Maybe, Bad Green good at swimming. Maybe leave Bad Green alive. Bad Green take more Aetherstone from Pony. Then that go to War Boss.
Yeah, maybe.
So we're just thieves?
No. Bad Green steal.
No, we're
Then
like Robin Hood.
We're a we are a reacquisition force.
Yeah.
All right. Understandable. Okay.
You actually do see your good friend Fireheart over here. Her ear seems to be pricking your guys' way, and she definitely seems to have tried to been or eavesdropping from across the way.
Go steal her food.
Grunt is going to steal her food. Fuck this.
You run over to Fireheart's table and run up to go see this food that she has on there, and oh man, she has seems to be a singular piece of meat that you just kind of snatch away. Hey!
And then she just like scampers off the table, kind of leaving a mess behind.
Right.
Darn it.
What do we say about taking food? You have to pay for it.
But Pony not.
I just vanished.
But
Okay. Look, we don't steal from ponies. Okay, unless I say otherwise. All right, we don't steal from these ponies. But I tell you what, if you just want to take everything from everyone, there's an easy way to do that. Just tell them, put it on my tab.
put on tab.
And
she learned so fast.
And Fireheart looks down. Do you have a tab?
She searches through a bag and she pulls out like a really old rusted mug that she probably stole from here at some point. And she like polishes on her coat a little bit and then gives it to her.
Shiny.
And she looks up like toward you guys like for confirmation, as if like, is this a thing?
Oh yeah, she's got a tab.
Okay. Yeah. She accepts this, otherwise, and she kind of like follows you guys. Actually, I have a question, and she kind of says this. She's somewhat in a shyer demeanor, if you will. You're taking the airship, right? Yeah, I'll put her out here so you guys can talk to her.
I don't know if that's public information, but yeah, we're leaving on a mission.
I overheard him. Sorry. Kieran ears, and she waggles her ears. Waggle, waggle.
I understand. Waggle, waggle.
all
Can you
in the
fly with
face.
those?
Better than you think. And she smiles. Anyways, well, if you were taking the airship, she starts. Well, okay. I know you guys were looking into like heat fangs and dragons and things like that, and I was just wondering if, and she kind of rummages in her bag and kind of pulls out what seems to be a very fancy-looking scroll, and it's in a, it's kind of, she has it in what seems to be a very nice little glass case and everything like that. If you do see any of them or Heat Fang or anything, can you give this to him for me? Of course. And
To whom?
I don't know. I'm just. And she kind of looks a little bit nervous again. I'm just a really big fan of dragons and that kind of thing. And she kind of like shifts side to side. If you see him and the chance presents itself, this is for him. I'm not sure if he's nice or not.
Do you mean Heat Fang?
And she
she's a
nods.
fan of your- Cher's gonna say she completely understands and winks at her, but says you might want to go slow. They will literally tear you in half the first time.
What? No! And she like puts up a hoof, like no, that's not. I'm not.
It's okay. So Cher's gonna put a little to her lips and just say, "It's okay. You're amongst friends."
And she looks very confused to like the rest of you guys, honestly, and is like, but I'm not.
Fishwing just says, don't mind her. We'll get your scroll to where it needs to go.
I mean, if we do, we can't make promises because we have no idea where he is or even if he's still alive. We've just been coming across his property is all. But, I mean, I suppose we can take care of that for you if you wish.
I would appreciate it. And she smiles. And, and she kind of thinks a little bit. Make sure that they don't get to it. And she points toward Grot.
Oh, certainly.
Have
Don't worry, your
Tangent
love
store
letter
it
is
for
safe
you.
with us.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cher, since you're so enamored with dragons yourself and you've taken charge of this mission, why don't you secure the scroll?
Cher will tuck it in her.
Wait, guys, let's just use Tangent's scroll box.
Give it to who early rise?
Tangent has a lockable scroll box, if I recall.
I do
Yeah.
have a lockable scroll box. My token is gone, but I can still contribute to that.
Oh, I
can
dro-
see a black screen, so I've just been assuming I'm right there.
Oh, yeah,
You
it's
are.
because things got fucked up with the token teleports again. I don't know, I think this module kind of maybe got derped. I'll fix it. I'll fix it at some point.
I mean, we can always just click textile F1.
There we go, I can see.
Textile F2. We don't have to use the stairs.
Yeah.
The Meemly wants his
Yeah.
fancy modules.
Yeah, it does make
Yeah,
things a
on-
little bit fancier.
On second thought, it would be safer with Tangent. She has a way to keep it safe.
Yep.
Cher will just still keep it tucked in her hand.
Cher,
It's
get
okay,
out of your
Cher.
smelly hats.
So you're gonna take my scroll case?
Yeah, Cher will take her scroll case.
Scroll case.
No.
Her hat is like a bag of holding, don't worry.
Alright. Take the scroll case, put the scroll in it, and then...
I don't trust the scroll, Miss Bear.
What do you
Let's
think
keep
Cher's
the
gonna
scroll
do with
with
the
Tangent.
scroll?
Thing is
Yeah.
that the scroll is in a glass case itself. Your scroll case, it would take up 2 slots of this if you're not taking it out of the glass case, and quite frankly, Fireheart would would say no, don't take it out of the glass case.
Yeah.
So-
we're just
Right.
gonna-
So that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
The scroll case can
Fair,
hold
check it
10
away.
scrolls,
Mhm.
so that's
So
fine.
yeah, I
Already
give
in a
the
case.
scroll to Tangent.
Cher
Because I am
already
closer
has
to
a scroll
Fireheart.
underneath
Okay,
her
will
hat.
you please give it to Tangent?
Fine, you can put it in a double glass.
The little Kieran clip-clops her hoof briefly. Clip-clop. Now I know it's safe. Amden says that one's really good at keeping paper nice and nice and safe. And she smiles.
I
If she wasn't a cat, she might have a cutie market.
Now,
If she wasn't hated by the gods, and born the correct
no.
race,
She not hated. She got like an orgasm from one. Remember?
Oh yeah, that is
Oh yeah,
true.
true.
Yeah.
What? And the Kieran kind of just like looks left and right to what? Just she's like her too, and she's pointing toward like Tangent to share.
What do you mean, like her?
Oh, and she suddenly looks a little bit nervous. Never mind.
What is your infatuation with this heat thing?
Well, I mean, he's a dragon, and she kind of smiles all big. I like dragons.
Eric can tell.
Yeah.
Free food.
Why him specifically? Do you have some of his belongings?
And she kind of shakes. Oh no. Other than the things that you guys have brought me, I don't. It's just, oh my gosh, the dragon hasn't been seen here in so long. And she smiles.
Do you have a Heat Fang shrine?
No.
Have you been collecting his toenail clippings?
No. Gross.
Any late nights in the bathtub thinking about heat things?
I'm not like you. And she boops you in the nose, Cher. Boop.
Oh.
And then she pulls her hoof back and she puts like her cloven hoof strip. I'm sorry, that came out of nowhere. That was really mean.
Hardiness can make a mare do crazy things. Cher understands.
Alright, time for the spontaneous singing number.
About boning dragons.
What is our spontaneous song about dragons? I don't know.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
Dragon tail.
The only good part about that show was the grandfather dragon. That guy was cool.
Fair enough.
I like the two-head dragon.
No, they were annoying.
I like
Yeah,
They're my favorite character.
I like the little girl dragon.
Whoa.
Anyway,
Whoa.
Okay, Woot Master.
Shut up.
to be fair, I think we were all like severely underage, so you would have related to
He's
like
30.
the younger dragon.
He's old. She's old.
I watched Dragon Tales.
Flag.
She would have still been teenage then.
It's fine. Anyway.
That would have made it scary.
It's fine.
All right. I would like to progress a little bit further before session.
No.
If y'all don't mind.
Yes. That's why I was trying to stop you from.
Anyways,
detouring.
continuing on, she shakes her head. I don't like to. And she kind of leans to your guys, like kind of whispering, indulge in my Kara-ish ways, if you will. And she shakes her head.
In your what?
You worship Kara?
No. And she shakes her head, and I don't. I thought this one did, and she points to Cher. She acts like it, anyway.
Moonplanter raises an eyebrow. Are you a changeling?
What? Me?
Or a doppelganger?
Are you asking her?
Yeah.
No, I'm a Kieran. And she points to her scales and kind of taps them. Tap, tap, tap.
That sounds like the kind of thing a doppelganger would say.
You are paranoid, Cher says.
Probably.
Ignore the crazy one.
And then
Anyway,
she shakes her head. Quite honestly, I thought she might be one. And she points to Cher. I mean, she has a reputation anyway.
Wait, a reputation of what?
Of being a stinky pony because you never wash your hat.
I
Yeah.
take plentiful bubble baths every night.
Anyway.
We'll get your letter to your
The
dragon
best
crush.
seller at all the scroll shops.
Okay. And she smiles. That's perfect.
Alright.
Alright.
Off to there,
Does anyone require anything before we leave? I have our provisions locked up out back in a wagon. I will be carrying that to the ship. Once it's loaded up, we can set sail.
Yeah, I need to spend one more hour delay.
You did that. Let's go.
Alright. So I don't need you guys to move your tokens. You guys can keep them there. I'm going to give you to Blakeburn. Just so you guys,
Run.
just so you guys
Boy,
know.
Gotta use again.
Just so you guys know which dock you're going to, the airship is going to be way over here. You guys are going to the dock.
Loading in.
Yeah.
Put her on an
but I
airship
know what
map
about
or else.
Yeah. So that's effectively the dock that you take. Actually, more thematic. Actually, you'd have to take a little rowboat from here over this little spot of land because they didn't really have a landing pad for it. Look at that. Making a new one there. There you go. Because it is not a water ship, as the name would suggest. It is an airship. And getting into the big one, it's a little loud because they are spinning up the engines. They seem to be testing out the functionality. More and more and more. And quite frankly, all of the clockworks look like they're about to cry if they could.
They're so happy their baby is back together.
The Moon Planter hitches his wagon and brings it up to the ship and waves to either the first officer or the captain and says, "Request permission to come aboard."
And the captain comes up to you. Give me 2 seconds here while I make sure I get the right thing on here. Don't you worry.
I'm worried, mainly.
What should Cher have to worry about?
This isn't
Reputation.
Cher, this is Shimmer. Worried about Mealy.
Greetings!
I should have seen that one coming.
And he kind of thinks to himself, is that not how ponies greet each other? Salutations!
Yes, good afternoon.
That's the one. And he kind of thinks for a little bit, and does his best attempt at a Bannermane's wave, seeing your badge. For Timeless,
Glory.
that's the
Glory,
one.
Cher does,
What can I do
Timeless
you for?
glory.
Cher does her salute too, her special salute. And a future for unicorn race.
What can I do you for?
We're here to commandeer this airship on behalf of the Bannermanes to Dakalai.
Ah, commandeer, you say?
Not commandeer.
And
Don't say that.
he playfully takes out his rapier and right in front of your nose a little bit. You'll have to go through me first. Just kidding. And he puts his rapier away. That would be uncaptain-like of me.
I misspoke, Captain. What I meant is, we need to use your airship to get to Dakalai on behalf of the Bannermanes.
That sounds like a much more feasible request. And he looks up toward one of his other clockwork mates, who is already taking your stuff and putting it onto the ship. All ready to go. Look at that. And the last box kind of goes in. They seem to have already been on it. Ready for launch, Captain. And oh man, I'm having way too much fun. Don't you judge me. And he kind of nods. He nods. Yes, that's great. That's fantastic, actually. I'm ready to go when you are. And he looks towards you guys. Perfect timing, if you ask me.
Let's get on board.
All
Let's
right.
go.
You guys get on without a question asked because you guys have a fancy Bannermanes thing, and that's who they said that they would take around. That being said, before we get into a whole new part of the adventure, I think today that's a good spot for us to leave today. But what an airship lets you guys do for next time, just so I can kind of put you here, that is going to let you guys travel 10 hexes a day. Woo! Rather than your normal 2.
The traveling?
No, because it does depend on where you go.
Okay.
Who knows? We might get a
Now,
today.
here's the thing: is that you guys cannot. The captain is the captains are the ones that are actually flying the ship. That being said, there are restrictions to actually traveling wherever you want to go. They really only want to land somewhere where it has a proper landing port. Places like that would be here in Bleakburn, where they're making one that you guys are currently on. There's one in Trappersville. There's obviously one in Dakalai, Kaladai, and Goldenport. There is, those are the main ones. There's one in Basin Sage up here, Bonk Bonk, and obviously Erlun.
Is there one in Wati?
In Wati. Where is Wati? Yes, there is one in Wati.
Vanti.
Because that's where the Aetherstone was, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the airship, we can get so many places.
At the beginning, they had mentioned that there's a known location of Aetherstone in the mines above Wati, yes. Which would be, like, here. I can ping it right.
Do you want to check out the funny other mines, the ambulance, so it would be a bad idea before we do that?
Would we be closer?
We would not be closer, we would be much farther.
I mean,
Yeah,
in a
then we
direct
should
route,
go
it
to the
probably is
closest
a
mine
quicker trip.
first.
Well, those are the mines above Wati. Those are the first ones that he said that, yeah, are kind of a little bit more hostile to get to. You guys had suggested that, or we're originally going after some that might be in the Autumn Tara tips down here somewhere. Kind of depends on where in there you guys want to go. But if you wanted to go here, pretty much it'd be one of those things where you'd fly the airship to Trappersville fairly quickly, and then kind of go on foot from there. Because that's through mountains, and they definitely don't want to take a giant fucking airship through narrow mountain passages.
So we could discuss this further if we want to pursue the Aether Stone first, like we were supposed to, or we could just beeline it to Dakalai.
No, we're going to Dakalai first.
I mean, yeah,
We
for
might
now we're
even
going
get-
straight to Dakalai.
Yeah,
Okay.
we might even get Aetherstone there. Now that we have the ship, it's gonna be a way easier. That trek to try to get to those tips was like fucking so gosh dang hard.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, and I do intend this pun. It may be a bigger gamble than we're willing to bet on, because Pimp Named Buckback could possibly be a very powerful enemy, far beyond what we're capable of handling at the moment.
True.
Yeah, that
Weren't
may
you the
be
one
true.
that wanted to get the fight
He
first?
needs to have a bunch of connections though. Like he might be connected to these people that own that gambling company. Like who knows?
Oh yeah, he does. He owns the
Well,
company,
yeah,
so
exactly.
we know he has connection there.
No.
But that's not really a power thing. Most likely, we're
yeah,
not
a
going
lot
to run into him himself.
Yeah, but he got a lot of money.
He's not going to be there.
He got a lot.
Nor did wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, he got a lot of connections though. Like we don't know what else he got. I mean,
That's
like he might be connected. He might have connections of powerful people of other places that we don't even know.
I mean, we know that he at least has access to someone capable of casting the bare minimum of 3rd level spells.
Yeah.
that's not
That's
exactly.
assuming he's using
intimidating.
lesser geese.
Well, here's what I'm concerned about. If we do end up encountering him, what you're first sniffing around in his business is most likely going to get his attention. I think it's inevitable we encounter him eventually.
Eventually.
It's probably wise to grind our characters up at least 1 to 2 levels before a direct encounter with them. And if we're
I
going
think
directly,
you're over-prepared.
I don't think so. I mean, level 7 is a definitely a good level for most classes to be at.
In that case.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to grind entire levels before we go to Dakalai to invest. Plus, he doesn't know what we look like. When we're going to Dakalai, it's not like we're going out guns blazing. We're going there, we're going to investigate things, but he doesn't know what we look like. He's not gonna most likely have like us on target or something. We're not walking into literally the mob boss's like fortress. We're walking into their publicly opened casino.
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
not
that much is
openly going into fighting mode.
All right, look, you say I'm overestimating things, or just don't underestimate them, is my point.
I'm going off of, to be fair, I'm
Remember the
metagaming a
Kelpie?
bit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Remember the Kelpies?
Well, I remember see, this kind of sounds like a dick thing, but like I've seen every time, especially Moon Planner wants to like super prepare for something, it becomes super irrelevant because one, Memely will always make it irrelevant, or it just wouldn't have come up anyway.
It's for me to know and you to
So-
find out, fam.
Like, we've literally seen this has happened 3 times so far, and so it's like I think you're over like preparing by saying we need to get like entire other levels before we even go investigating. Again, we're not fighting him; we're looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nor is also again metagaming here a bit. Memely's not gonna team wipe us.
Bet.
By,
You
like,
don't know that.
making him-
Yeah.
You don't know that.
No, he's not gonna. At least from how he's, it'd be a lot better to do. Immediately, you can't react. Fuck up. But it'd be a lot better to just go investigate. I think I don't want to procrastinate it like a level or something. Besides, we already bargained with Andom about this, and
Yeah.
so.
I mean, we can investigate. I just think if we do run into any rocky situations, we should be more than prepared to back out if necessary.
Oh wait, we didn't bargain with him. You did.
Yeah,
That's
also you did.
you're on the line, not us.
That was for the team. Cher didn't do this for herself. Cher did it because everyone was saying they wanted to take the airship to go there.
True,
So yeah,
but
Cher took a gamble for the team.
yeah, but
If
Anna.
you want to leave your teammate out to dry after she stuck her neck out for you guys for what the party decided they wanted to do, that just kind of makes you guys shitty fucking partners, now doesn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
you have been snitching on us a lot here lately.
You were the one who snitched on us. What do you mean?
You're the one who's been going around trying to tell people about Moonplanter this, Moonplanter that, just to fuck with them.
It's
not a good look. I mean, everybody gets one, all right? I understand that. I've used mine up already. You're on turn 4 already.
How am I on turn 4? Where are you getting I'm on turn 4?
Telling the guard captain I aimed the ship. Telling Dr. Andon I aimed the
What?
ship.
I never told
is
him
completely
you
bogus.
named the ship. What?
No, that was
We
the
have
guard.
audio evidence of the contrary.
was the
Or wait, oh
guard.
yeah, you did actually say
yeah.
that though. You did word for word.
Wait, when? Did I told them that Moonplanter aimed the ship?
Yeah. That was
You mean
2
aimed the missile
sessions
at
ago?
the ship?
They
Oh,
aimed
yeah.
the missile at the ship, yes.
Oh, she didn't say specifically you. She said that y'all wanted to just were curious about what would happen if you joined
No,
there.
no, she specifically said Moonplanter aimed the missile at the ship.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
We have audio evidence to the contrary.
I
man.
would love to see it. I genuinely do not remember saying that.
You know what? Okay. Since we're heading to Dakalai, let's stay in theme. In game, mind you, in game, I bet you Moonplanter's next paycheck that Cher indeed did say that Moonplanter aimed the missile.
What? I'm not betting you. I would
Pussy, pussy bitch. You're not even willing to bet fake money on it. You
War
pussy.
boss, war boss, war boss.
If you have it, I would love to see it. I don't recall doing that.
Put your next paycheck on it, Cher.
Next time on the Bannermanes, Moonplanter versus Cher. All right, I'm gonna push the button. Say bye.
Wait, you had